It's been like
We got a lot of niggas up in.
Yeah,
hey y'all.
a whole lot of real niggas in the white room.
Yeah.
But welcome back to the Sweet Life Podcast, Season 2, Episode 6. He got coronavirus already. Shout out. So, rundown. That is the phasing octopus, who we call DJ, who is a DJ among 7 other things. That is your homie Wu Tim, neighborhood nigga.
Yeah.
I am Eugene Wright, also known as Eugene Wright, also known as Eugenius, or my people, welcome my niggas that fuck with me, but my mama called me Eddie.
It's the boy.
And that is C-No, your host. We got everybody in here tonight.
Everybody.
Shout out to Club AM, they in the cut, the homie Christyle.
Wake up and hear that rooster
Chik'n
crow.
George.
No idea.
Got the homie Bimbo in the cut. He looking like he on supposed to be here. He got the hood on, hat down, sitting in leaning back.
He expert.
Get down.
Got the homie Keon in the back. Shout out to him. Also, back for 2 weeks in a row.
McGuilly.
AKA
McGuilly.
our Nigerian account.
Hey, go back.
Sorry, Martin.
Shout out to Tobin Bay, he in here.
We know it, niggas.
2 week recap. So, DJ, how was your 2 weeks?
What did I do? Oh yeah, art show. That was cool. I performed. The speakers quit on me.
Damn.
But
That's what I'm doing.
it was a cool little field test of like the equipment and shit. And you know, we come back and we analyze what we did. We learn how to make it more better.
More better.
More better.
That more better. I don't know about
More
that.
better blue. Shit right
You know
here.
what I'm saying?
Amplified.
But other than that, worked my bitch ass job.
This nigga hate working his job, bro. Tim,
What up, man?
what's happening?
Lost my car to the car heavens. You know what I'm saying? You a real nigga, you understand? It's like the third car I lost to the car.
Them scoops.
Hey, listen, it's about time though, man. I need an oil change, 2 tires, so they do me a favor. Tab is coming up. Insurance left. I think I did good. Got my miles up off the when my little boy came home, man, he had to go to the ER. He had like a blocked tear duct. That was the experience. They sticking my nigga with like hella needles. Wanted to slap shit out of the nurse, but I maintained. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be a tough dude, man. And just seeing him holding him like every day, dog, like you get an idea of what life about. You know what I'm saying? So I've been having like rethinking like a lot of shit. Like my temper then like went down tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I got something to go home to. Feel what I'm saying? So.
You said that patience.
I'm enjoying this fatherhood shit, man. It's cool. Plus, I'm raw as fuck at 2K now, so I really can't do nothing but burp and change goddamn shit to diaper. Plus, that nigga has already exploded on me, dog. That shit is so
What you mean explode?
like shit everywhere, my nigga.
Oh man, like Dumb and Dumber. Like Dumb and
That's
Dumber.
what you get from what happened with Willie West. He was laughing.
Hey.
Just say,
Karma, dog.
Karma definitely got me back, dog. I guess
Yeah.
I did something wrong to juice to make my nigga. Hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? How everybody else 2 weeks? Get it?
2 weeks been straight. We had the sit down sessions last weekend. That shit was dope. Shout out to everybody in the crowd that were arguing with each other. Thought that shit was amazing.
Yeah, Kieran.
Shout out to Elise from the Witty Committee.
That nigga Q love the debate, goddamn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Argue his point.
He was about to challenge niggas on their public policy. So what you think about vaccines? I was like, dog, it was just a punchline.
He not
I was
letting
sitting
that
here
shit
like,
He not letting that
I
shit
saw him posted on Facebook the other day about it. I was like, he just gotta win this fucking point.
And that nigga looked back and said, what y'all laughing at? I was in the back.
Oh God.
I was chilling.
You ain't slid.
Yeah, I slid over that bit, but yeah, he was like, what y'all laughing at?
Yeah, nah. I remember that shit was funny.
He getting aggressive now.
So funny as hell.
That was straight, and then also new music dropped today.
Hey.
Shout out to my homie Isaiah Sheridan, aka Izzy, the producer.
Somebody
ITP.
working this year, y'all.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Damn, I did put music out this.
Yeah, DJ put music out. A lot of music came out.
Yeah.
Go ahead and plug it real quick. Shameless plug. This iPod.
Yeah, so like I'm just dumping tracks that I just got on my laptop on SoundCloud. The Phasing Octopus on SoundCloud.
Bet.
If you want some goddamn year 4088 shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm in the treasure.
Talk that shit.
I got like, I think I done put 5 up, but I got like 4 more to go.
I gotta check you out.
But yeah, Itty and Itty is out on all. Itty and Izzy is out on all streaming platforms.
That's what's so wild right here.
Don't hit me with the tip, bro. Like,
No, pause.
I fucked that up. I own it. I own that. That's my fault. But yeah, new music is out. Just go to sankofasweet.com and get all the merchandise and music. And Corey, how was your 2 weeks?
Man, last weekend I was in Selma, man. I went down there to chill out.
Why is this nigga laughing?
Cause he a fire nigga. We on camera now, man. I'm live. We can't talk about that. We can't talk about that. You a fire nigga, man.
I ain't saying shit, bro.
We gonna get to that.
Yo, you my
Off
nigga.
camera.
Off camera.
Yeah, but yeah, man.
Get out of the bus, man.
That's an inside joke. But yeah, man, I was down there for the Jubilee, the 55th annual Jubilee, man, and I visit a couple of museums down there, the Voting Rights Museum and the African Diaspora Museum, which I encourage all of y'all to go check it out. Like it tell the story from when we was royalty kings and queens in Africa, talk about the Egyptian dynasties all the way up to 1965. You know, the Voting Rights Act, lynchings, all of those things, man. Like it was sobering and inspirational at the same time, man. I enjoyed myself in Selma. That's pretty much, you know, that's all I'm gonna say on that. But I encourage y'all to go check out the museums when y'all get time. When your son get old enough, take me. I'm taking my son in the summertime, man.
So I heard Selma be slapping niggas down there though. Them
It
niggas
was
was the shit.
more than slapping. But yeah, that's
This is what you do when you go to Selma.
Make sure y'all stick around for bonus hours.
You go to
Yeah.
the Jubilee, and you go to Lonnie's, get you like some barbecue, whatever the fuck.
I'm getting the fuck on.
Take your punk ass to the crib.
Bring the weed.
All
Yeah.
right, Bimbo, how was your 2 weeks, bro?
Shit. Working. Family time. So my shit great. Getting ready for another show and BR. Shout out to them. Cause they fucking with the boy. But it's just working, man. Just working on new project, new material. Just a whole bunch of stuff for 2020. But yeah, that's what we doing.
First time into the podcast, cause this nigga gonna talk. He been quiet, he been good so far.
I'm gonna be quiet.
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
that nigga's not gonna be quiet.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Let him get
I'ma
2 more
try.
sips and hit a little bit more CBD. He gonna be standing up yelling at us and not looking at the camera.
What he say, old buddy? Say, what y'all laughing at?
Man, y'all chill out.
But go ahead, how was your 2 weeks, bro?
Not 2 weeks.
Try to get.
Man, I've been all over the country. You know what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been dope. I don't know how to describe this shit. Like, I've been in the mountains in Denver and shit. So I've been on CBD and long rides and a lot of thinking and a lot of
This nigga's a fool, man.
as I heard what I just said. Thank you.
That's what I said. You gotta own it, bro. What happened? It's on record now. Fuck it.
No, it's cool. He called me though. But yeah, I just been chilling, man. A lot of thinking. So yeah, that's all I've been on. A lot of thinking. That's it, I guess.
Styling.
Meditate, contemplate.
Man, I can just say I really been laying low, bro. Obviously, just making the transition from being at my old spot and then, you know, being back at the crib, just trying to figure out what I want to do next creatively. You know what I'm saying? So basically just not forcing it, you know what I'm saying? Still doing shit here and there. I got a couple features I did like in the past 2 weeks, so that's dope. Outside of that, just trying to make sure I'm on the right path with my own project and making sure I'm getting all the shit I want to get out of it.
I'm pretty sure you're on the right path.
Yeah, so
no, I ain't gonna say that on record. But
yeah, so yeah.
When was that release date again, though?
I still ain't told nobody. It's all good.
Let's everybody get your shit off first.
Chik'n, Drink, y'all want to do a 2-week recap? Y'all might have to stand up talking to Mike, though.
They chilling, man. They chilling.
All right.
They good.
Chik'n, hold the pistol down for us in case somebody try to run the
Shooter.
shoot.
That nigga the shooter. He look like the shooter. I don't even know this nigga. He look like the shooter.
I pity the fool that we can run up in here right now.
Yeah, y'all just don't see the shit that ain't on camera. But anyway. Drink menu for episode 6. As always, DJ, what the fuck is that?
So dirty little freak.
DJ.
Coconut, caramel, chocolate, brown ale.
Shit called Dirty Little Freak.
Dirty little freak.
I hope you guys want to
What
go
the
home
fuck?
too.
I'm ready for this.
Hey,
I think y'all might be
Are
reading
y'all
too deep
drinking
into the
Dirty Little
name.
Freaks right now? Like,
Not yet.
Not yet.
these are the freaks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's,
Ask him that. Hey, he got a
Okay.
question.
what's that?
Do males supposed to drink that?
I don't think it matters.
I knew you gonna say some shit.
Like, if
I
you
was
want to
just
drink some
curious.
shit, you just drink it.
But that name, you know,
That don't mean shit.
He talking like it's like a sex on the beach, or you know what I'm saying?
Even if it's a sex on the beach.
you ain't gonna have
Like, why
sex
he-
on the beach.
I had that shit before.
I like sex on the beach and Dirty Little Freaks from time to time. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Okay, I was just, how like what percent alcohol in
I
it?
don't even know.
5.8. Shit.
Oh,
Bless you,
all right.
bless you.
Yeah, it's like a regular ass beer.
It tastes like it tastes like a regular beer.
No, it's like chocolate coconut.
It's local. It's here in Birmingham.
I don't think so. I don't think it.
Style in here, what you bought in here?
Cafe Patron. This shit tastes like coffee and Patron. Together, that shit go. It's a sneaker.
I'm fucking
For the
with
ghosts.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to run over
with
it.
it. Yeah,
Only
yeah,
ghosts drink that shit.
yeah, man.
Crown Royal Peach, since they finally decided to put it out in Alabama. Try to get 2 there and let me get number 1 today.
Like the chick, like the Popeye sandwich, goddamn.
I know, bro.
Only one.
I ain't
Why they doing that fucking city like that?
I don't know, man. So,
I don't even go.
but yeah, and Deer Park water.
Right.
Excuse me 1 second, good sir. DVD. He in his own world right now.
Oh no, I was checking fucking what's called
Oh.
and not CBD.
Okay.
Make sure the CBD still be on.
Barry Bonds, no CBD.
That-
Another hit.
another one, and this
Man, you know I'm smoking my favorite, man. Top Shelf, 90 rated, Brick House. My favorite shit. Then I made a smoothie before I came over here.
So you gotta do
For the extracurricular after I leave this motherfucker. So yeah, it's on. Well,
You
yeah,
got one of them
it's good.
cheats with LeBron James smoothie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He said, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, man.
Alright, man. So you know, it's yours. Take it over, bro.
Yeah, man. We're gonna begin the topics, man, on a somber note. Yesterday we had the unfortunate execution, or as most would say, a lynching in Alabama of Nathaniel Woods, or Nate Woods, as you know, people refer to him on social media, man. So it was a unfortunate situation. I'm not sure if you gentlemen aware of the 2004 situation in which 3 police got killed. He was actually not the trigger man. Trigger man is actually still alive, and he's also on death row, but you know, they decided to kill this guy first. I have my perspectives on that. We're gonna get to that, but I just want to go around the room. We're gonna everybody get a perspective on that. And do y'all think, the question is, do y'all think he should have been executed? You know, simple as that. And what y'all think about the whole situation? So,
I definitely think he should not have been executed. I don't think anybody should be executed. I understand that's some fucked up shit that happens. But even for like mass murderers and shit like that, I still don't think execution should exist in those cases, because what makes you any better than the mass shooter? If you exercising that same power and authority, just through paperwork, basically. But that's my take on execution as a whole. If I'm not mistaken, clarify me if I'm wrong, because I only can take in so much of this on a daily basis. When it just comes to that type of stuff, I just can't allow it in my world for my own personal well-being. But wasn't this Martin Luther King Jr.? No, Martin Luther King III's son.
Martin Luther King III actually was a proponent of him getting a state. He came out. He was one of the first people that came out, along with Kim Kardashian and T.I., saying that he deserved a state.
Okay, because I was reading, I saw something, and I was just like, wait, is this Martin Luther King III's son? And I was just like, no, I'm not even going to try to cipher through this information. And I just shut it down right there. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the case. I'm not familiar with what happened. I mean, of course, I know what happened, but when it comes to that, I just wasn't a fan of execution. And I'm not a fan of execution in general. But it's Alabama, you know what I'm saying? Even when people be out here at the football games yelling rammer, jammer, yellow hammer, like, you understand, like, the whole thing of, like, yellow hammer and the yellow mama execution chair, how they say that shit like that, like, back when they had those methods back in the day. So, it's just unfortunate circumstance of our environment, but the reality we have to live with.
What them Bama fans at? Can I get a roll tide? Roll tide. Y'all terrible.
See, that's why I'm confused on about this shit, because it's like, didn't they kick out the yellow hammer? What's that shit? The electric
yellow
chair
mama. I think that's what they call it. They probably call it the yellow hammer. Or
so did he get executed
like
here?
Yeah, they do the injection now.
I've been trying to read into it more, because I'm just like you. I'm a little bit like, I'm not as polished when it comes to his case. So it's hard for me to make a comment, but when I read the outsides of it, the skirts of it, hell no, it should not be executed. I mean, at the same time that shit was going on, fucking Dylan Roof was tripping about, what y'all heard that? Dylan Roof was tripping about, you know who Dylan Roof is, right?
Yeah, but that situation occurred in 2004.
Now I understand when the actual situation happened.
Yeah.
But on the concept of we're talking about this now, and he's being executed, or either this man has already been departed. It's just a lot of, along with this virus and shit, it's like consuming in all this energy right now at one time has been hard for me to consume in this man's case. And but I do like the fact that we're talking about it, just like I like with everything with social media. But my point is, to get to the root, no. Looking at the outskirts of this shit, hell no, he should never been. I mean, we know this. But damn, I feel like that shit teaches us about power. That's power right there. That's power. Whether y'all realize it or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure we realize it. When shit can be done in front of your face, you know, and you can't control, like, they do this in front of your face, and we're still going through this being from the Dixie. That's power, bro. That's power. But no, he should never went through that. But he went through that. So what do we do about it? But at the same time, like, I agree with Gene, I still need to learn more about the case. But as we learned briefly about the case, we know this man should never been executed. But tell me this, he's been executed, right?
Yeah,
he's dead.
It's done. Yeah.
Last
They
night,
stalled it for a second, right? Like
That's what I thought.
Supreme
Supreme Court called down and said.
Out of all people, Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court granted the state. If y'all familiar with Clarence Thomas, you know, the black person on the Supreme Court, but he conservative, kind of, as you know, one of our friends will say, it's like a bootlicker or coon, not my words, but yet and still, you know, if you come from the law industry, the law field, like, you know, I'm from, you know, I went to law school or whatever, like facts are facts. So all the facts weren't examined in the case. So that's why he granted the stay.
He went through that particular case though, right? Like when he got accused, like when he was appointed Supreme Court justice.
No. It was presented like they granted his lawyer, the appeals lawyer, filed a motion to get the stay, and they took it all the way to the Supreme Court, and Clarence Thomas was in the
He still went through that trial like Burt did.
No, this didn't go to no appeals trial.
Hold on.
He just granted the stay for a couple hours.
We gotta keep going around. Bibbo.
Me personally, I ain't gonna even get on this topic like that long because that shit made me feel some type of way though. But with everything going on in the world and stuff like that, like he said, it just like they showing that they can just do stuff in our face, and don't have to care about people of color. And this was an innocent man that they lynched for no reason, and even the person that did the shooting even wrote a letter saying that man was innocent and he don't feel like that man should be incarcerated, and he even told them that he did it. And for them to still kill an innocent man, like bro, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. Like that just shows me like they really don't give a rat's ass about us though, for real. Yeah. Like I don't know, but
yeah, it's on me. I same thing, bro was saying. I don't see how you justify it after now you got the information that he didn't do it. Basically, the gunman telling you he did it, and like y'all slow it down for what? To kind of make us feel like, oh, we got some kind of say, and it's like, did that really prove anything? You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all still went on with y'all agenda. And to me, the biggest question for me right now is like what made y'all feel like it was okay to still go through with it? Like what stopped? Because y'all kind of gave it a hiccup. Like, okay, we'll stop for a second. And I'm like, we don't make us excited like you about to change your mind about the shit, and you still go do the same thing. So I'm kind of like, all right, just like based on the laws or whatever, like what was it that allowed them to still go through with it? That's something that I gotta figure out, I guess, or whatever. But it's fucked up.
Here I go. So when you on death row, they supposed to give you like one amazing meal, right? This nigga.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, like your last
nah, he's serious.
Like, so since they stopped it, did they give him 2 meals?
No,
you know what he should have got 2 though.
He should have got 2.
You made me think about that Tombstone commercial back in the day, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but I was just trying to see if the nigga get 2 good meals.
You
should have got 2.
Shouldn't have been dead, but you know how it is.
Exactly.
Hey man, listen. Crackers shoot up a church. They get motherfucking Hardee's. You know what I'm saying? Right afterwards. What you want me to say? I'm gonna keep it cut though. I told you who I don't like it. I don't know why y'all ask me this shit. I'm gonna just wave at this one. You know how I feel. So I got another question. This the Inslee case, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, them cricket cops they shot?
Yeah. The 3-on-1.
Man, we need to put a statue of old boy.
Yo, I'm with that.
We live in the real life days of Queen, so without Queen.
That'll piss him off for real.
I'm gonna get this black.
DJ,
No.
so
I mean, it ain't too much to add on to it, you know what I mean? But like, okay, Ivy.
Yes.
yeah.
I was gonna say that.
You know what I mean?
No,
like,
first person I heard say something about that is my nigga Paco. We had a song together. He slid it in like fuck Kate out. He ain't say it like that, but
yeah.
It makes so much sense now.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I'm
like, cause dude, she played a game like, and she played a game on that fucked up side.
And it's election year too.
You know what I mean? And so like,
He says it's crazy though, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Tie
That's
it
power. But that's
no,
crazy.
but you know what they do with that whole situation is they put people in office that was raised on them racist agendas anyway. And that's why you see all these old folks in office that still have those agenda against like people of color.
yeah, no, 100%. You're right.
What we said in season 1, motherfuckers need to what? Die.
Hey, get them niggas the fuck out of here,
How
bro.
y'all still listening?
Hey,
Y'all
bro.
caught the damn virus yet?
No, like for real. It's just like with like a cancer. Like you have to, a fucking tumor metastasize. You gotta cut that bitch out. You know what I mean? But that's a different type of conversation.
Yeah, no, I'm with you though. I'm with you though.
All right, comment check. Shout out to Jeremy Hall. Shout out to Jeremy Howard. He said style statement. Shout out to Patron.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pull up.
Somebody said facts to it. Shout out to Nicholas Brooks. May those 3 officers rest in piss. R.I.P. Nate.
Exclamation
Word
point.
up.
Exclamation
Word
point.
up. Shout out to Cuz.
Also, live streamers,
It's my
be sure to
cuz,
leave your
real.
comments in
Real
the chat. That's how we know y'all in here, and we'll be able to join in and reply back, and we'll definitely include them in the show.
Them niggas didn't die, like, get shot. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm surprised they
Man,
take the sheet note
look,
real
I
quick.
thought everybody was over with.
Man, I gotta let me get this shit off, man. I got a whole soliloquy about this shit for real. Like in 2004, I think it was either the end of May or early June 2004. Like it was like a week or two before City Stages and Kanye West came. And Kanye West, when the real Kanye West was still alive. He mentioned this shit on stage at City Stages if y'all was there that particular night. I remember this vividly cause I am from Ansley, Village Creek, and on that particular day, just to let y'all know, I'm from Ansley. I was working at Winn-Dixie 5 Points West. I was pushing buggies. Like I was like every bit of like 16 or some shit like that at the time. I was pushing buggies. I never forget. It was 2:00 in the afternoon, and I just started seeing SWAT teams and shit. I started seeing SWAT teams come through our Bessemer Road, helicopters and shit. It was like I started seeing motherfuckers dressed like the motherfuckers on GoldenEye when you hit the alarm and shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck going on?
And there wasn't no Instagram or Twitter
Yeah.
back then.
So I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? And that's when, all of the police that was like, we had security or whatever, they really just used to be up there chilling. And when Dixie police officers, they left. So I asked the manager, like, what is going on? I see all the police cars in that area just veer off into that one direction. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And they was like, 3 police officers had got killed. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. The city about to be under siege, and which it was for a couple of days. If y'all fellas
I remember. Like I was
So-
watching the news and shit. Yeah.
Then I found out who it was, and I'm not sure if anybody in from Ansley, y'all know who the police are. We got killed. One particular police in particular. I ain't gonna say his name. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, saw with a C.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say his name, but he was notorious for being corrupt.
Yeah.
He was worse than Denzel on Training Day type shit. He was the worst of the worst type of swine. Like he assaulted and harassed 2 of my family members. So this shit cut 3 of my family members to be exact. Like he harassed and assaulted them, and he got I don't know this for a fact, but they say he fathered kids in Ansley too. If motherfuckers from Ansley, y'all out there listening, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. But just to set the scene, like agreeing with you, man, it was definitely power with the execution. I definitely agree with you from a subconscious level. It was that shit definitely about power, and I'm gonna break it down on the surface level. In regards to the case, I ain't gonna say the gentleman was fully innocent because he was a drug dealer. He was selling drugs in the community or whatever, but he did not pull the trigger. Yeah.
I sell drugs to the community. I love
I had to get that off. Yeah. But yeah, so he wasn't all the way clean, but in the law and criminal law in particular, facts are facts. He didn't pull the trigger, and he literally, in a sense, turned himself in. He didn't evade. He didn't run away. He stayed there. And he got arrested. The other gentleman that pulled the trigger, he the one that evaded the cops when they came to get him. So when I break down the whole situation, in 2005, when he went to court, and this is the thing, his lawyer, appeals lawyer, unearthed all the shit. His appeals lawyer basically stated when they went to court, the judge threw out the fact that these were corrupt cops extorting these drug dealers in Ansley. They threw out the fact of that shit like that. I mean, in any court case, if you throw out facts like shit, the defendant gonna be fucked, or the plaintiff may be fucked, depending on what type of facts they are. So they threw out those particular facts, and it made it hard. It really, in a sense, prejudiced the jury. You know what I'm saying? Because all the jury seen in a simplistic form as these guys were cop killers. And although the guy didn't pull the trigger, he was complicit in killing cops. The district attorney, I don't know who that his or her person name is yet, but they made an argument that Nathaniel Woods lured the police into the house. You know what I'm saying? That haven't been fully proven or solidified, but they was able to they was able to say that it was, and the district attorney and the police department coerced this is an article now, this is all credible. District attorney office and the police department coerced Nathaniel Woods' girlfriend at the time into making an erroneous statement saying that he was complicit in all of this.
Hey, the police can't take a L.
So it was a lot of fear mongering.
She still living.
Ask you one question about that whole situation. Then the cops went to the house to get paid, right?
Absolutely. But hold on, let me say this. In regards to the court case, they threw all that shit out. They threw those facts out. You know what I'm saying? They made it look like the police was serving a warrant, this is the thing though. They never was able to find the warrant in particular. Because anytime you serve a warrant, a judge has to sign off on it. No judge ever signed off on it, and they didn't have any reasonable standard for serving a warrant or busting in there. But they threw all of those facts out in the case. I'm glad you asked that question.
But then they got paid, right? And I heard they got paid and came back. And
the story is they got paid and they wanted more money.
Because they seen how much money that he had in there.
Extortion.
Yeah. So
who got paid? I'm sorry.
Police.
The cops pulled up
How
on
the
their
cops
regular
got paid?
beat.
They was working.
story.
Listen, when the cops pulled up on their regular beat, bruh was fucked up. He had too much money out. He was like, phone here.
Okay.
So shit.
We don't know that for a fact that it happened that way, but they was extorting them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They was, and that wasn't the only motherfuckers they was extorting.
Right.
The appeals lawyer actually got other drug. This shit for real. This all this shit documented.
No, it's
the appeals
it's the
lawyer
wire
found
in Birmingham.
appeals lawyer found other local drug dealers that was willing to testify and wrote formal statements stating that he shook us down too. We want this motherfucker to go down. Even them motherfuckers don't supposed to go down. All this shit facts that was never presented in the case.
They threw it up.
And out of 12 people, 2 people, you know what I'm saying, they dissented. They was like, nah, man, I don't think we heard all the facts. Because the jury of peers is people in Birmingham. So they was like, man, we heard more than that. So they dissented on this particular case. The appeals lawyer, you know what I'm saying, he not from here. He a gentleman, he a lawyer that works with people on death row. So he just wanted to investigate his case to make sure everything was on the up and up. But in regards to the situation was just all fucked up. The gentleman Nate Woods at the time, he had a public defender. Like he could have had a sentencing of 25 years, meaning he could have been out in a couple of years. But the public defender, told him not to take it. All this shit documented, man. All this. So this is getting to the arc of what I want to say. The reason they had to kill him, this all a theory. This is not all fact. This is my own personal theory. Yeah. But the reason I feel like they had to kill him, because if this would have went to the appeals court situation, that mean they would have to open back up the case, and it would expose a lot of corruption that was going on in Birmingham in 2004. So you got to think about the mayor, the police department, the district attorney, and the judge that was involved with the case. So when you think about that was in 2004. We don't know where a lot of them cats at now, but I'm assuming it's 2020. A lot of them cats that moved up the political ladder.
Oh yeah.
So, and when we think about the police department, they wanted blood. I ain't gonna say the police department, the police labor union.
Yeah.
We know how strong they are.
They not finna take it.
So when it come to when I connect the dots, when I think about a police union, they have power. Whatever politician that they endorse get in office.
Yep.
So when you put all the dots together, you think about Kay Ivey. You know, Birmingham is the biggest city in Alabama, and you got the police union. She need their endorsement. I'm pretty sure they endorsed her. So, you know, I ain't got to, 1 + 1 = 2. So go figure, she had the final say so other than Trump himself to stop the execution. Trump didn't step in this situation at all, but, she got the recommendation to execute him from Steve Marshall, the DA.
Right.
His recommendation, like, hey, they cop killers, you need to die. That was the darkest day in Birmingham Police Department history. All this shit, that shit was in the Birmingham newspaper today if y'all want to check it out. But, in a sense, man, this is my point. Like, I know a lot of cats in here are apolitical and apathetical about voting, but I was talking to some cats at work yesterday. Shit, I'm like, man, Steve Marshall, let me say his name right. Steve Marshall is Attorney General. He signed off on the shit. He gave the governor his recommendation on whether or not the gentleman's supposed to have been executed. And Kay Ivey, shit, signed off on it. She agreed with the Attorney General because that's like her eyes and ears type shit. But if motherfuckers get out and vote, I know motherfuckers apolitical. I know niggas apathetical about voting. But
that's a start.
If you vote motherfuckers like that out and get motherfuckers that are more, I guess in a sense, I hate to use this term, but more liberal, maybe that gentleman wouldn't have got executed. Maybe they would have held this case. You know what I'm saying? That's so this shit tied power. It ties into power.
Yeah, but see, our culture gotta be more educated on politics. We scared of politics.
That's a problem, That's a whole other problem for a different day. But I'm saying,
we would have talked about it before it got to this point.
But hold on. But people talk about voting all the time.
Besides voting, just the case, just this case. That's what I'm
saying. I mean, if you're from Birmingham,
it would have
specifically West Birmingham.
I'm pretty sure it would have had to go through the.
We still would have had to go through the.
It should have been already organically put through our, what I'm saying, the same way we get Charlemagne, the same way we get podcasts, the same way we get music, and the same way we get information. That was
very informative. I ain't know a lot about that shit.
I mean, yeah. Everything I agree with everything you're saying. I'm just saying, I'm sorry for stopping you. I'm just saying, if we just understand politics a little bit more, that politics is outside of what the only way you can create law in this land is through politicking.
Right.
And if you want a more not complex, but a simplified way of looking at it, gangs of New York. You know what I'm saying? That's all politics is.
Coalition, unity. The motherfuckers unified, they got shit done.
I mean, that's why you got a union.
Right. All of that shit.
But, all that shit matters. You know what I'm saying? You look at the debaters with Denzel, and we mentioned Denzel earlier, right? The great debaters. Like, all that shit matters. So we would have known about this case a little bit as deep as first of all, we should have known about this case as it got to this point. Before now.
Yeah.
So the same power that we got as this man went through that bullshit. Yeah. And where even the hype got it now. The hype got it. They using it. You know what I'm saying? Before the hype should get it, we should have a direct route to where this man would have had a chance.
Right.
Wait, is he saying
Possibly
they should teach us how our country is run in school?
They not gonna do that.
No,
but they not
saying that.
Nah, you saying as a community, as a culture, we should ban to get that information.
I feel like we know enough now to not be. We should understand ignorance is bliss.
Out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got
shout out to
G.I. Magus and also get that Versus the World. Hey, that is the best album that has come out in Alabama this year so far. I was jamming it today. I almost dropped it. I was jamming it.
One time with G.I. man.
Read his statement real quick, man.
Shout out to Professor X. He said everything relate back to drug dealing.
Griselda, Benny the Butcher.
Hey yo,
shout out.
Yo.
Yeah. He talking about the political shit. Hey, politics, all that.
My homie G.I. said the issue is we talk about go vote, but we do not educate on what that vote means. This is a great teaching moment.
I'm glad he said it. Thank you. Thank you for that statement.
You've been teaching.
Man. let me say this though. I feel like we already know civics need to be changing. We talked about this last episode. It's a two-way street. Like people need to, get more active and get more involved in their community like we did like 40, 50 years ago. And like one of the great, master numbers like myself, we got the same master number. Pharrell said it's like, man, motherfucker, I'm gonna paraphrase it, but the system is just a boat. The people are the wind that push it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we need to look at shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how we need to look at everything, man. That's how we need to look at our communities. Like, people that stay on the west side of Birmingham or inside of Birmingham, if you black or brown or whatever, motherfuckers get on the internet and complain about what the politicians not doing and what the schools not doing or whatever. But it's a two-way street. We got to do our part. Yeah. If the politicians not doing what they supposed to do, we need to hold them accountable. They're not doing what they supposed to do. Get them motherfuckers the fuck up out of office. Get somebody in there for the people in that motherfucker. Simple as that. And that's gonna segue into our next segment.
Bro, but I don't mean to cut in, bro, but I'm big on conspiracies. Facts. When you go against the grain, you can get whatever the fuck you want in that bitch, bro. But when you go against it, and my shit is on what you call it, I swear.
Cereal on that ass, boy.
I'm telling you this, I might get the talking, dog. That bitch get the goddamn on some real shit though. But you get a thumb in that bitch, and they chop his ass off. Point blank period. Prove me wrong.
Yeah. I mean, but you got to be courageous though. Got to be fearless.
It need to be more.
They can't just because a thumb get cut off. That can't deter you, man.
I ain't saying that though, but it'll take like more than one thumb. You
listen,
know what I'm saying?
We gonna go in. We gonna go in. We gonna go in.
You watch Naruto?
For sure.
Like
anime.
It works in anime.
The odds. We going in against the odds.
But in real life though, they get
that shit still work in real life.
Okay.
You just gotta know how to
gotta go in and expecting to lose a soldier. Everybody ain't gonna live. Everybody ain't gonna live. You feel me?
I like what he talks. We gotta talk. We gotta talk to GI, man. We gotta have this nigga on.
Hey,
GI,
you gotta come through episode 7 because we're gonna have to talk about that last comment.
Yeah, we gotta talk.
To be the next
step out.
Yeah, G,
right back.
voter.
I'm gonna get some of this when you come back.
Right,
I'm gonna tell you right now, GI, before we get in this next topic, that ain't gonna be my event. That's probably you and Corey. I'm down to sponsor.
We can do it, man. Let's do it.
Hey, voting is not my thing, and Corey will probably tell you why soon.
Hey, I'm down. I'm trying to get niggas in the game.
Let's do it. So to segue into the next topic, it's 2020. This is an election year. Everybody versus Trump. Like everybody versus my God or whatever. So shit. It then came down to Joe Biden versus Bernie Sanders, man. So shit, Sleepy Joe versus, Righteous Bernie. Like shit, I basically, y'all know these motherfuckers, man. I got my own take on it, which I'm gonna get into it. But I know you apolitical or whatever, but you know who the fuck Joe Biden is. Tim, you know who Joe Biden is, and you know who Bernie Sanders is. This is a motherfucking topic, so we gonna talk about it in a fucking way. So I just want to get everybody perspective. Nigga, I know you know too. I know you on the energy and incense.
He been waiting on this shit.
I was. Go ahead.
He's trying to contain it. That's all.
Like I know you on the energy and the incense and the Erykah Badu shit, but I know you know what the fuck going on too, because you came in here with a bottle of whiskey, so you know what the fuck going on.
Bro, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna wait.
You gonna get your moment, but I want to know what y'all motherfuckers think about Joe Biden versus Bernie Sanders, like, and from y'all own personal perspective. Bimbo, you too. Whatever you got, Bimbo. Whatever you got, shoot from the hip. But I just want to know what y'all. I just want to know what y'all gentlemen think about, like, this party. I mean, the Democratic Party candidates, Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. What y'all think between the two? Go ahead. I got you. Hey, I'll be right back.
What up, Denise Austin?
What up, Denise?
Shout out to the Winning Committee.
Be here.
Oh, I'm coming back, nigga.
Oh yeah. Shout out to everybody. Yeah. See, Anissa already know what's up. She been in here. She said drop the business. I'm gonna wait on them to get back too. I'm gonna fuck with the live streamers for the time being, cause I just don't be caring about politics. I get it. It's probably fun.
Oh man, this shit is Saturday morning cartoon.
Oh yeah, this shit better get funny right
dude,
now.
Dude, this shit is Saturday morning cartoon.
I gotta wait for him to get back for that.
Cause you got Joe Biden, right? Joe Biden. He was Obama's vice president.
Oh yeah.
That nigga ain't do shit.
that nigga had the easiest job in the world.
Like because if you go back and you look at like his like previous like voting record, how he like the policies he endorsed and everything, you go look at that shit and you be like, oh, this nigga really like. That nigga is like the system personified. Like, to be real. He plays the political game. Like, he's very, for real, like, if we didn't have, like, the two-party system, him and Republicans would be in the same thing. Because, like, they don't give a fuck about people.
So, this is politics. So this is a fun fact, right? I always felt when people ask me like, "What is the president's job?" I tell them to be able to speak and communicate to the country.
You are a mascot.
That is the literal job of the president.
You the president, you are a mascot.
The job of the vice president is to say yes. And to repeat whatever he said. That is their job. That's how
Americans, you heard of America?
Like, yeah. And that's all Joe Biden did.
Because, like, as like an anime fan,
the whole time Barack and Michelle was in office, this nigga like, yep. Michelle was the vice president. Joe Biden ain't do shit while he was in there with Obama.
He just stood next to Obama, so when they took pictures, he was in memes.
Yeah, he like, when my turn come up, we gonna ride the wave, goddamn.
Of course.
You bet.
Corey finna die.
But yeah. I tell it to y'all since they doing other shit right now.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
I love politics, man. I love politics.
No, because it's like Saturday morning cartoons.
But I will say this. I just got back into town when Monday? No, Tuesday. Cause that was Super Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're saying is between Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders.
I'll tell you what this is.
All right.
Yeah, that's what the vote is.
All right. My bad.
Did you vote?
No, I was going to say something about that, but no. Okay, no. I feel no.
Go ahead, Jen.
Nah, because I want you to hear every fucking thing.
Go ahead.
We can't have this topic if you ain't in
Okay,
you ain't
go
here.
ahead. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Dumbo got me distracted.
All right. So, Old Town Bernie versus Joe Come Up Joe. So we had this discussion while you was out of the room. I personally feel like the president's job is to speak to the country and be able to
executive.
communicate to people.
He's an executive for the country.
His job is to speak. The strategy with Bush is that Bush couldn't talk. Like he couldn't
as I said, I'm gone.
Strategery.
Y'all niggas listen to fucking J. Cole when he said, "Fool me one time, shame on you." Hell, fool me can't get fooled again. Like this nigga just couldn't talk. Bush couldn't talk. Obama was a very well spoken man and a great communicator to people. Donald Trump says all of the exact wrong things to the masses. But the vice president's job is just to say yes to everything the president says. That's how I feel about it. And yes, when Joe Biden was in office, the real vice president was Michelle Obama. Joe Biden ain't do shit. Like, except say yes.
He did a couple of things. I'm gonna get to his record.
He probably did.
He did do a
But-
couple things, but you right about what the fuck he said.
But it was all the wrong things.
So no,
She the-
That's why I said you gonna die.
She's the first lady.
That's why he in there
for real,
chopping
who
up.
really
Yeah,
took
they
that
trying to get
job.
some ass.
Yeah,
and
she-
made that into
And she
something.
the first
There's
fine ass first lady with a big ass and a cool.
well, she the first black first lady. So
Like,
What about
big joker.
what about JLK White? JLK White was
she's the first fine.
Which one, Marilyn Monroe?
he had them hoes. He had them hoes.
Had them hoes.
Let's just give it to John M.
100%.
Kennedy had them hoes. though.
He had
100%.
John. He had them hoes. F. Kennedy.
Bobby did.
F baby and
The
F was
Yeah,
on
right.
fucking.
Bobby
It
did
was
the same hoes
fucking-
as JFK did.
Yeah, they were passing them hoes.
They were
Like,
passing them up.
All right.
You think Marilyn Monroe
How?
died off
It was a
accident?
mob.
Look, man.
Okay, well, we going too
I
far.
would get-
They already shut us down one time.
They shut y'all down?
You a fat
Yes,
nigga,
they
man.
did. That's another story for
You
another
a fat
time.
nigga.
Oh God,
So
I'm
here's
on
the thing,
somebody's
right?
hit list if I get
We
rich.
definitely know what Bernie Sanders is about. My thing is, even when it comes to the presidential election, matter of fact, G.I. Corey, I make y'all a deal. We do this voter education thing. I'm telling y'all now, I'm not saying shit. I'm not telling nobody what to say because I don't know. But if we put this event together, I will start voting in local elections.
Nigga, you
Because
supposed to been voting.
I'm supposed to be voting, but shit, I'm gonna lead by example if we do the event. Hey, but look,
you got a daughter.
But look, we'll do that.
last time.
but see, here's the thing: if we do that event, I will definitely start being more active in my vote in my local elections and using my vote there, because even with this presidential election, I don't give a fuck who we vote for between Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders.
That's
The
dangerous,
thing is,
though, Jim.
hold on, chill, watch this. I don't give a fuck who we vote for between them two. It's already too late because we have not and I'm being a boat with a bunch more other niggas, but niggas will vote for the presidential election, but won't vote for the House, the Senate, and their local officials.
We're doing
and
that
if your
now.
house, they doing that now, but your electoral college was elected 2 years ago.
True.
These are the people that you're supposed to vote for,
Yeah.
who you think is gonna place your vote
Yeah.
for the president 2 years later. So
Yeah,
when they
mag
teach
is what he
people,
said. Yeah, that matters
Yes.
more. Local politics matters
yes,
more.
it does, and for that reason. So I'm still not going out to vote when it comes to Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, or whichever one of them versus Trump, because the electoral college is already in place for that election. You're supposed to vote it 2 years ago to elect the people who's going to
Tell
vote
you
for the
now, the
president.
local shit on that same ballot.
The
But
other
then
shit,
Obama,
that is the case, but you got to do that 2 years before
Obama
presidential
won the
vote, because
popular
that's
vote.
how they cycle
Yeah.
the Senate and the House.
But they had the delegates on this on the ballot.
Yeah,
on
no,
Super
you choose your
Tuesday.
8.
You choose your
no,
delegates.
they're choosing. Oh, didn't Obama win the popular vote versus McCain? Or was it
I
versus?
mean, he won all
He
of
won
them.
both
He
of them.
won all
Yeah,
of
nah,
them.
he
Popular
smacked
Hillary
He
won
won
the
elect-
popular
No,
I
vote.
think-
his second,
hold on.
his
No.
second year, he lost the popular.
No, I think you confusing that with
No,
Trump.
and Hillary.
Trump won the
No,
electoral
I know,
college.
I know.
But no,
that.
the popular
oh well, and
My
that
point is-
Obama won like both electorates
Wait till you turn
and
this.
popular vote.
Hold on, the first year?
No, I
What?
said
Both terms.
the first
He
4
won-
years, he
This comes
won
in.
both, right?
Obama won both
That's what I'm talking
on
about,
both
Obama.
cases, as far as I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
What happened?
On both cases?
Yes, what happened and what people were upset is that Trump won the electoral college,
No,
but
no,
lost
no,
the
no,
popular
no.
vote to Hillary.
Just
That's why people were in an uproar about it, and that's why people been fighting nonstop to get him out. It ain't like he won both.
I'm confused
So-
because I don't know. I feel a little bit different about the second go round for him because he almost lost the election to Mitt Romney. I remember that.
No,
But-
No, he didn't. But you got
was
it.
not
I'm gonna let
that-
you take this Joe Biden and Bernie story.
Yeah.
Take that.
Who, me?
Yes, you. It's on you now.
Now, Obama.
Nah. I was finna say early. I admit on camera or in my music, look, I'm more of a Republican than anything. I'm very conservative.
How so?
I believe in certain values.
Like-
that
like-
I don't put in certain.
don't
I don't
all
put
people?
So what?
Like, but don't all people believe in certain values?
See, that's the. Hold on. See what you just did. See what you just did.
That's your
Because when you say something, and you gotta answer
You
the
gotta
question,
answer
man.
questions.
When you say
Who's
the
that?
shit,
Don't all people believe in certain values? Yes.
See this one? See what y'all see that?
No.
That shit crazy to me. No, that shit crazy.
No. What views are you referring to? Let's be straight up.
Shout out to G.I. He said, nah, he kicked Romney's ass, and G.I. did work on that campaign.
Yeah, I worked on that campaign too in Huntsville. But no, explain.
No, I ain't trying. I'm gonna
get to your values. What values are you referring to?
Well, if we're gonna get into my values,
no, the Republican values. Like
no.
Okay, you say you.
That's not how a party works. The same way y'all can sit here and make comments the way y'all just made, and y'all feel like y'all Democrat.
No.
Democrat.
I don't know. I'm just judged as much as y'all just judge me. That's my point.
No. Listen, my nigga.
That's my point.
Like, I just told you, I won't no fucking about it. So,
but see,
I don't even play like that too far.
Hold on. No, I just asked a specific question.
Gotcha.
What are your values?
I can answer that, but getting back to the point of what was asked from me.
Yeah.
You see all this movement now? It's hard for me to vote when it comes to, like, I want to see Trump out just like everybody else who has some type of dignity about themselves. Because the way you perceive Trump, and he has been giving this shit out. He's dumb as fuck. And he say shit. Look, bro, I come from the west side. I come from Brighton City, bro.
We all come from the west side.
I know, so y'all should understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those who listening. I'm not saying I just deal with rednecks.
Yeah.
But you live.
But I'm as a person who drives trucks and a person who sees different people every day.
They call Christopher. Well,
Just call his name.
Style.
Yeah. He gonna come back. Nigga probably.
Stop. Hey, open the door for my cousin. Hey, he had the door. Yeah. Jones.
My point is.
Oh, Will?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
My point is, it's hard for me. I was a Bernie Sanders follower during the Hillary Clinton campaign. I agree with socialism, but socialism is not too different from what Republicans believe in when it comes to conservativeness. Like conserving. When you conserve something, you put things in repetition in order for the community. Like that's where the Klan got it fucked up at, and that's where you get Black Wall Street from. Like conservative thinking resolves in the group in the economics, the way everybody can chip in and pull away from the economics. So when you get liberal ideas, like I just sat back and I heard y'all niggas just make comments and shit. You know how much of a fucking 5-minute distraction that is from the point I'm trying to make now? Where I can get to this?
You got it. Go ahead, go for it. You got the flow.
But it's hard having a conversation nowadays because everybody feel like they got an opinion. And I feel like all opinion is not wrong. Perspective is fucked up.
I'm glad you said that. Let me ask you something. So, like, given that everybody doesn't come from the same, stimuli experience, like, nobody experiences the same events in life. Like, how can you say somebody's perspective?
I'm not calling nobody in particular.
Oh, no, not just somebody in particular. I'm saying, like, everybody's perspective should be valid because everybody experiences different stimuli.
Your opinion should be valid. Your perspective should be tested.
Interesting. But here's my thing about perspective. What's happening?
What's good? What's my fault?
Chilling. But the thing about perspective is, like, it's formed by how you experience the universe around you.
You're confusing perspective with opinion. See, I feel like no. Real talk. If you have an opinion about something, you're open to be tested. When you have a perspective about something, that means you're laying down something that you personally believe in. This is just me just getting to the point of what I think what people are doing nowadays with the word perspective and the definition. When you have a perspective, that means you're closed off. Nowadays, you're closed off to everything else. You just have a perspective on something. You feel some type of way about something. But when you have an opinion about what's going on, you bring an educated guess into the signs of what's going on. So my problem is when you ask me Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders, Yo, I went through enough burning. I went through the whole. I was there in college when Obama got elected, and niggas knocked over. I was at Jacksonville State. Niggas knocked over a fucking stone trash can with their bare foot. That energy when Obama got elected. I was arguing with my baby mama on the phone, and I hung that bitch up because I said, babe, I said, Obama just won. And you know how women get when they get mad. It's just like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. You know, I hung that bitch up. Nigga banged on my door. Nigga, Obama won, nigga. Obama won. And I came out my room. It was just, they could not control us. And then I remember being in the middle of that motherfucking, everybody who went to Jacksonville, the Grove. Anybody who went to Jacksonville back in 2008, 2009, remembers what I'm talking about, the Grove. Everybody from that that school, that campus, gathered together at one spot. It could have been inauguration there. And we listened to Obama give his speech. My point is, we have moved to a place to where, okay, we understand politics a little bit more because it's more in our face. But do we understand each other to where we can make choices of like, we talking about Joe Biden and fucking Bernie Sanders. We talking about 76 to 80-year-old men, and you talking about leading the country. And I understand what you're talking about when it comes to executive order, when it comes to what the president does. But it's two Supreme Court justices, including Terrence, that's turning 80 this year, that we need to be voting on. Also, it's a lot of shit that we got going on inside us. Just 4 years ago, Birmingham gave themselves, our people, gave themselves a 400% raise inside. Like, while sewage was going under. If you look at your bills, there's a reason why your bills look, and that's why Larry Langford came under so much scrutiny through Fairfield politics.
Well, not in particular, but
y'all, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Y'all wanted this shit, and I'm giving you this shit.
No, that's hold on.
That's round table rules before we start.
Hold on.
I try to keep it short though. I really did.
Me and you gonna have this conversation off air because I get what you're saying.
Back through some comments. When
I call myself a Republican, stop taking that shit.
Now we will. Hey, no. Hold on.
We gonna have this.
We gonna have this
any of at the end.
That's the real question. How are you any of them?
And I agree with that too. But I just like identify.
Hold on.
Then I agree with what I just
said. Hold on. Tim, it's on you, man, because nigga, I gotta do the goddamn Smack DVD shit with you. 90. Shit. Yeah, we gonna come back, goddamn, but yeah. It's on you, bro. Biden or Bernie, goddamn. That was the original topic.
Who trying to get the weed for free?
Bernie.
Talking about Republican, that nigga tripping. He laughing. He's tripping. I work with the white people,
in the tax bracket with them.
Come on, man. I work with rednecks. Fuck them too, niggas. Listen, dog. I'm telling your black ass. Segregation wasn't that bad.
So what are you, a Democrat?
Listen at me, dog. When we was divided up, my nigga, you had Fairfield once again, and you had Hall of Fames coming in that bitch in the historical baseball field, right behind them project, Willie Mays and all them. And you had your grandma, your great aunties selling their fruits and shit.
Yeah.
We still had that slave work mentality to grow your own shit, harvest that shit, because at the time when you had slavery, white folks were standing over you. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know how to pick the cotton, work the field, grow crops, do this, do that. We were like the modern day Mexicans at that point in time. You feel what I'm saying? So when we became free and shit, who knew how to work them fields, them lands and shit?
We did. My grandfather.
So how did that shit get away from us? You know what I'm saying? They formed a union, you know what I'm saying, to try to keep shit away from us.
Right.
We fucked around and got down and bad, sold that land and shit, and now you want to sit at the table with nothing. Well, it's a new table, my nigga. And you keep up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about no Democrats or Republicans, dog. It's about like what y'all really saying. What's in your community? What's in your wallet? Like, why Fairfield Walmart got shut down?
Yo, when you say shit like that,
Hold on.
No. I fuck with what you talking about.
Come back around.
No, we gotta go round, bro. This is everybody.
You say I don't be in politics and shit, but I really do, Corey. And I might not vote, dog, but I know when it's time to vote. And I feel like this, man.
I hear what y'all saying. Let's go to the poll. Let's do this. But yeah, man, we gonna need, like I said, we gonna need like 50,000 more thumbs to do that shit, dog. Like, and I ain't knocking. Like, what you doing, trying to get that shit set up, that's groovy, bro. Like, it do not matter,
What
y'all.
G.I.
Like,
and Corey
yeah,
doing.
but what you doing? What you said? I fucking what?
I lead by example.
My nigga, that's all
If
it
we
take.
put the video.
That's what it take, bro. It take a Martin Luther King. It take a Malcolm X. It take a nigga not to be scared to take a bullet, bro. And to jump out on the leap of faith. Niggas, that's what I'm saying. Niggas scared to do that shit. But that's real talk. Cause you ask me, nigga, who in this room would rightly be Malcolm X or Martin Luther King?
I take a bullet for my nigga as long as he keep the weapon. They gotta work on both sides.
I gotta like die.
I take a bullet for my nigga as long as I know he got the weapon on him.
But you see what I'm saying? Though? Like, when you really go against the grain, bro,
bet.
you gotta know, like, the territory you finna come across.
Right. Yeah,
like,
because you know that shit.
Hustle right now, bro. He went against the territory. He did everything we talking about. Smack.
Alright.
Whether you like it or not. You know, I'm still on that, but feel me. So let's say he was a regular nigga wanted to talk about shaking ass all the time. You feel like he would have got smoked? Not taking care of his community?
Well, here's the thing. Nip was very much a regular nigga, even in the raps. He was neighborhood Nip. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was a nigga from the neighborhood. That the neighborhood saw as he's one of us. But also the wrong niggas from the neighborhood treated him like he was one of them. Like, a lot of shit he was doing didn't have nothing to do with the music. Like, that nigga ain't never rapped about a stem cell project other than $1 million project about to crack the secret. Like, he ain't even say what it was. Niggas don't even know what stem cell is. Like, he was really a nigga from the neighborhood, even in the raps. But the shit that he did is what caught attention. Everybody ain't understand that. That's another story for another time.
To get back to what we were saying, man, I always feel like they know who they puppets gonna be, whether the votes gonna stick or not. Cause they got a way of rigging shit, and they got a way of having the shit the way they want. So, no matter if I do go in there campaign to do my thing, dog, I feel like the puppet has already been chosen. Shit, if you honestly wanna know who gonna win, watch the fucking Simpsons. They call it everything. The Simpsons. They're calling everything that's happening.
Man, hey, that's why I love you, man, because you got your own perspective. That's what it is. DJ, it's on you, man.
Man, so like, Super Tuesday was interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I get off work, you know, I pick up my mom, I drop her off at the crib. So then I whip around the Wiggins.
Wiggins Park.
Yeah. West side. Exactly.
Southwest.
And you got your votes.
You know what I'm saying? From the homie I went to school with.
Yeah, I knew where you was going with it.
But like, it was interesting because you go in and then like, I never really paid attention to this, but it's been like in place since 2017. So if you vote on the Democratic presidential primary, you can't vote on the Republican shit, which gets your Senate niggas, because them the niggas that's running for Senate. Because Tommy Tuberville.
Yeah, we gonna get to that.
And fucking Jeff Sessions' whole ass.
Right. Yeah, nigga, that nigga running.
Yes, nigga. Yeah. Auburn, nigga.
Yeah,
War damn.
I think he is running,
Oh no, he in the runoff.
Yeah. He might win. For the Republican seat. For the Republican seat. Oh yeah, go ahead, go for it.
But no, like, it was just like, it was interesting.
Y'all running with this Republican shit.
We just fucking.
I'm gonna catch y'all niggas as soon as you trip up.
No, it's not a competition. No. It's just about understanding.
That's why I was going back about perspective.
We're not gonna let, no.
But go ahead.
90.
Listen.
90.
Okay.
Remember that shit.
Go ahead.
But like, it was interesting. Like, you see that set up and you go, all right, so blah 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 blah. Here are some rules. Then you give your ID, they scan your shit, they give you a little ticket and you go over this. Cause you have to pick your side. They don't have like a like, hey, here's everything. They just go, hey, Republican, Democrat, and it's like
independent.
I asked the lady and I was like, yo. So these like my only two choices.
It's like Courtney asked him too.
Hey, like, these my only two choices. Like, what's up? And she was just like, yeah, like, you have to pick one of those. It's like, was you like an independent? I was like,
she didn't fucking know.
Something like that.
something like that. We got an independent over here.
Alright, you gonna need to fill out papers.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I picked the little Democrat shit because that's where the fucking.
Why you picked it?
Yeah.
So
that's the only way you'll be able to vote
like
on
that's
candidates.
like for the presidential primary. Like the only way you can vote on the presidential primary is like,
I know,
on the Democrat side.
But why?
But then also like there's it's like Amendment 1, the one about like the niggas can be yeah, cause like they was like y'all can vote these niggas in, or we can just pick them niggas.
What are you talking about?
So like the Board of Education, like
what about the Board of Education?
So either like the state government can.
You.
Oh no. So either the state government can just go, hey, these niggas, or like we can vote them in.
What do you mean by that? These niggas.
Hold on one second.
They get to pick.
Tim, take Chris seat and DJ take Tim's seat until he get back.
I gotta sit with my back.
Alright, yeah, what Tim?
Hey, fuck y'all. You trying to run up on me because I got a back.
You already invited to step on your J.
But
I don't care.
yeah, either the state government can pick the people in charge of the what's it called education, or the like citizens can elect them.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
and so, like, the main, like, I actually like pick actual issues that I fuck with, cause like I'm real big on education and shit. And so, like the less corruption I can allow in education, like I'll try to vote on that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause like niggas need to know shit.
You know about checks and balances?
Yeah, that shit don't work.
Checks and balances don't work. I agree why you say that though.
No, like look at our current presidency. They're working to erode like all those setups that we learned in like elementary school and everything. Like they're working to like remix the whole rule set.
That's life right now.
Yes, it is. But we can also work against it to make it work better for us.
Yeah, instead of
just allowing them to do it. Like the system is there. We have to interact with it.
It's so many bitches on fucking social media shaking their asses right now.
Hold on,
I compare that to what you talking about with the presidency. Listen, I don't see how they gonna beat Trump. It's not because I say I'm not saying that because I'm saying I'm Republican. And I heard what you said.
But it's not your turn. 90.
No.
90.
Not just it's
interject and take over his space. 90.
No, it ain't even a response time. But we need to stay on topic of Biden and Bernie.
I thought I was doing that.
No.
I just said
no. We're not talking about Trump. We're talking about Biden and Bernie. We talking about
why are we talking about
Bernie?
Biden and Bernie? Because they both be in
they just
discussion to beat
runoff.
Trump, though, right?
They didn't have a Republican runoff.
We talking about
who's better between them? Why does it matter if they can't beat?
Because they are the
topic,
two,
man.
Because they are the
your party of choice anyway.
That's the topic.
Hold on. I'm trying to understand the rules, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm trying to understand who said. I was responding to his shit. I get what you're saying.
Hold on. These soliloquies. You went to college. You know what a soliloquy is.
All right,
let him get off. We gonna get back to you, bro.
No. It ain't gotta be on me. I just was responding.
But no, like,
hold that thought. Hold your thoughts.
But no, I just found it interesting how like they segmented the votes based on political party versus just allowing you to vote on everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, and it's interesting that I didn't notice that till now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And go to Biden, right?
But fuck Joe Biden. I ain't rolling with Joe Biden. Bernie's cool. Like, old passionate nigga. Like, the nigga been down for the shit since the beginning. Like, he got a track record.
Who, Biden?
No, Bernie.
Bernie.
Yeah, like Bernie has a track record. You know what I mean? Like,
niggas got the both. This niggas got the same track record.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
My bad.
Let him get off.
I've really been into this shit. But
they're politicians. Yes, But Bernie is on record like being on the line, quote unquote.
Yeah.
He white, so like he kind of get by on
You know
like
he got punched in the
protesting.
face for hanging with Martin Luther King.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That should be sound good when it comes to it. Yeah, I give it.
but you see what I'm saying? Like
I
that nigga,
I get it.
that's that nigga track record. You know what I mean? So like, it just looks.
That's his
better.
highlight. It's not his track record. He got a pretty long track record. But
And
that's
you
his
know that a highlight is part of like is a collection of your track record, right?
Well, it's highlights. of
Look,
his
man, we
track.
not arguing over technicalities right now. Man. We got a podcast.
Go ahead.
But like,
Bernie Ben Sanders.
you know what I mean? Like that nigga been out here though, like for years, like before we was born, years.
Yeah, right.
But like,
So he the Democratic John McCain.
no.
All of them
definitely
are.
Old.
Everybody over
Saying old.
77 years old.
No, that nigga old as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But he
I don't
out
mean
here,
like
out
the
here.
same ways. I'm just
All
saying,
three
he old as
candidates
fuck.
got health issues right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. Nah, I'm not
Including
saying.
Trump.
No,
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
saying like they're perfect or anything, but like at the same time, like you gotta look at it in the confines of like the game. Like these are the players we have. You get what I'm saying?
Who is we have? What players we have? And who are
Oh, hey, bro, hold on, let me talk, man.
we? You know what?
Reclaiming my time. I'm not that for a political reference.
Let him talk, man. We
All
get to
right.
that.
I'm good.
You
I'm
about to
good.
make goddamn. Let him get on, man. Let him get on.
I'm good.
That's what I went through
I'm letting
season
them
one.
go.
Like,
Yeah. I'm about to slap your ass on the head.
I already did. I was just like, no.
Yeah, he did. He did.
We can have this shit off air. We got time. We got.
I thought we were talking about the same thing.
time.
Time frame, nigga.
alright, but yeah, no, like I'm rolling. I'm rolling with Bernie, dog. I'm rolling with
Corey, take this shit when we go to the comments.
Yeah.
Gotta use your mind.
Yeah. Go for it. You good?
Yeah,
I'm
he
good,
done.
man.
Man,
Right.
let's get to the comments before I get to my shit.
Man, hold on, bro. Because some of these questions you're going to have to bring back to LS after you finish your
Go ahead,
section.
man.
No offense, my nigga, but yeah. Because niggas was asking you your ideals and shit. I was like, hold on. We can't go there right now.
We're not gonna
do
do
not
that.
answer that right now.
Y'all kept stopping
I'll
me.
tell you after he finished.
I'm not finna go no rant about no shit. I was just responding to what the hell
You sure?
y'all
Because you
saying.
went from titties.
No, I want no. And I want to respond to you.
You
a long
can
time
respond to that after Corey finished. I'm going to the comments.
Y'all
right
stop
now.
me from that shit.
Look, man, this is my podcast. Or
I got
our
it.
podcast.
My bad. See?
Mr. Miyagi, your ass.
Damn, I don't even know. All right, so let me run through this. We're gonna go. Okay, bet I found it. Shout out to Denise Austin. She was at Jacksonville with you. She said, "Yep, the Reserve and the Grove." Professor X said, "Honestly, I feel like he's a true politician compared to what the rest of the candidates were presenting. Seems like every candidate was trying to bargain for votes. I don't think people should be promised debt forgiveness or financial assistance without it being fair for everyone." Yep. GI, I guess we are doing that event. You and Corey are doing that event, and I will be
we need
the man pushing from the back.
I'm out there.
Shout out to Shantae Wolf because she definitely do a lot out here.
The homie.
She in the chat. She said, "What up?" Also,
Hey, girl.
shout out to Denise Austin. She said, "Boy, Tim said The Simpsons." If you know, you know. That's one of them bars. G.I. said that's because the Democrat wide weren't unopposed. Okay. Teacher said, Chilla T said Sessions gonna take it. And like Hank Hill's daddy. God damn it, Bobby! Cotton Hill, dog. Cotton Hill.
Where my shit? She said, "Hank Hill's daddy."
Yeah.
Hey, nigga got his shit blown off.
The boy, the wolf. Chilla T, you gotta relax.
Hey, Hill daddy had a bad bitch though. Well, he stayed with him.
Yeah.
Paid for.
Oh, he put a typo for I did put a typo. That's because the Democratic side went opposed.
We gotta understand.
They be following. Hey, they following them like Voltron.
That's what he was
against that
talking about.
nigga, boy.
That's what he was talking about when he was saying why we wouldn't talk about Republican right now, because
Who said that?
The Democratic side were the opposed. They were the unopposed. I mean,
But what
the
we
Republican side was the unopposed because they already got a president.
Why would you say it?
Because you was asking him why he was voting for the Democratic instead of Republican. Chilla T said because that's your nigga. Niggas got laughs off the soliloquies. Anise just said, man, what y'all got going on? And shout out to Chauncey Moore too, man. So
that's my nigga,
too, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, come through, right? Look, everybody come through.
The Pull Up Podcast is deep tonight. We ain't even let Smoke out the room because other niggas on the phone and we trying to hear each other. So, C-No, it's on you, my man.
Bernie versus Biden. Well, Biden versus Bernie, man. Of course, Joe Biden, that is like, if we talking about parties, the Democratic establishment, that's their candidate. It's been their candidate for like a whole year and a half, 2 years. Like that's who they wanted for real. In all honesty, they wanted him to run in 2016, but he didn't run because he had unfortunate death of his son. He had a brain aneurysm, which Biden had a brain aneurysm, which would explain the slight goddamn dementia that he has.
Sleepy Joe.
That's why Trump 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to all that. Yeah, that explains. Yeah, both of these. To be fair, both of these motherfuckers pushing 80. They not pushing 40. They pushing 80. Both of them. But Bernie is way more cognizant than Joe. Joe sleeping in the motherfucker like Trump. That nigga called his wife his sister. You know, he did that. But no, the break him down.
What? Oh yeah, Joe Biden, dog. That nigga confused his wife with his sister.
Thank you for correcting me, Anise. But in regards to Joe and Bernie on the record, Joe Biden
live stream his son passed for cancer.
Yeah. Thank you for correcting me. Joe Biden had a brain aneurysm and his son died of cancer. But in regards to their records, Joe Biden in particular, he's definitely a career politician. He came up in the state of Delaware. He worked his way all the way up to become the Attorney General in the late 80s. But he also ran, I don't know if y'all know this, but he ran for president in 1988.
Damn, that's 32 years.
Yeah, when Jesse Jackson,
quick math.
This when Jesse Jackson ran for president, he was in that particular race too.
He ran for president back then.
And I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but yeah, goddamn Joe Biden, he lied in '88 and said he had marched with King. No. And he lied and said he was in the civil rights movement, but it was proven that he was goddamn lying. And the nigga plagiarized his speeches. That was a big issue in '88. It's not an issue now because it was 31 years ago, but they realized they realized how he had, really plagiarized his speeches. But that's neither here nor there. In regards to, but he has been a career politician. I'm sure everybody in this room familiar with the Dare.
Yeah, Dare program.
The t-shirts.
You talking about to teach us how to use drugs?
Just basically.
Y'all, hold on, man.
Hold on.
Can I bring it up? Because I ain't interrupt all night. Go ahead. I know him to do this. He taking up my time. Listen.
I got you, go.
They taught us how to smoke weed and pop crack. That shit was just say no when you having a needle in the nigga. But that's a different story.
Now to just say no shit.
I remember that. I was dumb.
Hold on. To just say
was the highest dollar.
Hold on. Just a No campaign. That was Reagan campaign. That program was initiated by Joe Biden.
Yeah.
He initiated that particular he didn't create it, but he helped spearhead it. That was his people that helped create it.
I hated that nigga before I knew that nigga.
So I mean, Joe Biden is a career politician, but also Bernie is a career politician. Bernie is from goddamn Vermont, the Serb state, one of the smallest states with the smallest amounts of delegates in this country. But one thing about Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, he has definitely been consistent. He been crazy the whole goddamn time. You think Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders crazy? The motherfucker been crazy the whole time. He been preaching the same shit for like 40 years, man.
He has been.
He had a public access show.
That ain't consistent.
He's talking about the same shit. He definitely been consistent. And he actually marched in the civil rights movement. He been consistent the whole time.
It's a video of him talking to kids about drugs.
He had a public access show. He had a public access show in Vermont. Yes, because he was the mayor of Vermont before he was like the senator of Vermont. So yeah, that was real. All that shit really happened. That motherfucker been
you know you don't need to do drugs, right?
Yeah. I mean, Bernie Sanders, in a sense, I ain't gonna take it all the way there. But that motherfucker, in a sense, like he like a white Larry Langford.
He is.
To a degree. I said to a degree.
Whoa.
To a degree, man. He like a.
Oh, you hit that nigga up, man. You hit that nigga up.
Yo, you the Republican that love Larry Langford.
Stop it. Yo.
Hold on. I'm
do
saying
that.
to a degree. When I say that, let me explain it. I'm referring.
You said Bernie Sanders was a black or white Larry.
Let him break it down.
I'm gonna break it down. I'm referring to the passion.
Because he was in the civil rights. You think?
No, ain't got nothing to do with Larry Langford.
I know the fuck shit with Larry Langford, but still that comparison.
In regards to his political passion.
Hold on. For
a southern state that was with the Confederate.
And you said country. You didn't say state earlier.
Chill. He did say state.
No, he didn't say
yes, he
country.
did.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying like in regards to political passion.
My reason for even bringing that up.
We talking here, let's goddamn.
No, I'm listening.
You can't listen and talk at the same time.
I really can, but go ahead. Go ahead.
In regards to political passion, they exhibit the same amount of passion. That's what I'm referring to.
Joanne,
Bernie and Larry, man, they got the same type of passion for people. That's what I'm saying, man.
He compared.
Hey, nigga.
Bernie.
Hold on. This my opinion, man.
See, y'all making this moment. I'm listening, bro. I'm really listening.
Try to make it a show, my nigga.
It's a show. Go, I'm listening.
Yeah, man, that's all I was saying. Now I'm gonna leave it at that, man, because you tweaking like a motherfucker. but no, for real though. No, it's all good, man. I mean, Biden and Bernie, man, they have different opposing ideologies in regards to the Democratic Party. You know, Bernie been, I guess, categorized as a socialist, but not necessarily, man. He just want health care for all. That's not necessarily a socialist idea, because Canada is not a socialist state, but they have health care for all. You know, Biden is more of let the corporations do what they do. It's nothing wrong with that, man. It's nothing wrong with that. Let's just all be fair. But in regard,
hey, what you thought about that patrol?
That shit strong in the motherfucker. But yeah, man. Let's
Gene, what you got? I feel like I want to hear what Cuz got to say right
now. Hold on. I mean,
let him finish though, cause he.
Yeah, we good, man, on that shit, cause me and you we gonna go at it off out.
I gotta go to the comments.
That's gonna be a heavyweight.
Ali Phrase and shit. We can go at it off.
Cause I know he know what the fuck he talking about. It just be the way he get about.
So we gonna get to it, cause shit, I was on the debate team, so we can get to it.
Hold on,
yeah.
I gotta. You're not gonna cut out these people that's watching us live. We got comments, bro.
Hey man, what?
First off, shout out to my nigga Wu.
What an octopus at?
The octopus. What up, German motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Pull up podcast.
Happy belated to my nigga.
Yeah, happy belated, brethren. Just step over and find a way around, my nigga.
Damn, bro.
Pull up podcast.
I don't want to drink Cub beer, but you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead,
man. First off, shout out to my nigga Wu Tim. He's definitely grabbed fucking DJ phone and been leaving comments in the chat. On the low.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was too.
I don't have Facebook, bro. Shit.
So back to the comments. Back at it again. What we got going on, man? We got.
I heard you told them you were Republican, man.
Shanice said that's real.
You told them you were Republican, man.
Why is
I'm trying to see what the rest of the comments said. They ain't showing up
you
on
know
my
you
phone.
feel good.
Teaser.
Why this shit though?
I was there.
I think we need to learn about each other.
You already passed them.
But you know I already know.
No, I didn't. They not showing on my phone for some reason. All right, fuck it. We gonna go off the screen. And he said, yeah, Joe really out his mind right now.
Oh no, that shit's straight.
G.I. Maga said, peep how everyone's campaign is suspended and not.
I ain't no bitch.
Oh shit. Peep how everyone's campaign is suspended and not ended. It's their way of holding delegates that matters when the convention comes. Interesting. Anise called my nigga Tim quick draw McGraw on the man. And she was saying, yeah, you know how Anissa voice is. She was like, yeah, Tim. That's that goddamn court talk. Chik'n said, yep, I was there. Anise said, yep, Burner has been advocating the same actions for a very long time. Tim took over. And then Anise said, woo.
But he on your shit.
Yeah. So yeah.
I feel like he know you well to be able to do that shit. Nah, he's probably.
Yeah, we all grew up together.
we grew up together.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know where he at, cause shout out to everybody that's leaving comments in this right now. I'm pretty sure I missed a few. Why he out of here? G.I. had a question. He had a comment earlier. I can't get to it just because there's so many comments. So shout out to the chat.
Okay.
G.I. asked earlier, what makes you had a certain phrase you said about conservatives.
You talking to me?
Yeah. Now you can run it. But it's, I think he said like,
you let it rip now.
Right, nigga.
I'm not finna rip.
No, he said, G, I had a question like, what makes you Republican? Like, what are your conservative ideas?
No, he was asking me that. And I
was asking you that in the chat.
I didn't know that. G.I. been fucking asking some good ass. Actually been explaining.
He worked in politics. He had a career to that before he came back to Birmingham rap.
Yeah, that's why I asked you earlier about what he meant by that.
I got one question, if I may ask, if I may intervene.
We got all. I'm just waiting what you got here. Go ahead. Will ain't got on the mic all night. Go ahead.
33. Has Alabama ever won on the Democrat side?
Recently, because they had to choose between a child molester and somebody in the Democrat. Bro, when that nigga Rumor came through on the horse with the gun, dog, I was like, yo, son, this like some cartoon shit.
You talking about Don Siegel.
Nah, I'm talking about back in the day.
Talking about Richard Screwshit and dog.
Hey, that nigga had a whole jingle and everything.
Talking about Wallace.
Yeah, Wallace. Why he a Democrat?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
I
don't know.
I mean,
We're gonna come back.
What was the question again?
Yeah, G.I. question to you was like, what was it that makes you Republican? Like, what are your conservative
And now, hold on.
ideals?
You know what? Let's say that for the after hours, because man, this nigga, we need to go at it. Hold on. Say that, man.
Is it for saying that or is it for you?
No. Because I like debate. I like debate.
I feel like if I answer this question.
No. We'll say that.
This is your political battle rap.
Hold on.
I kind of want an intermission.
Yeah, hold on. Let's stay on track for right now. But after hours, shit.
Everybody got their take off.
Yeah, after hours, we do what we do.
Question?
But hold on. We'll come back to it. We're gonna come back to it now.
We gotta come back to the question.
Because this is live.
Hey,
nigga.
I know. We gotta come back to that smoke. You talk about the question.
Y'all, all that. We're gonna come back to
still got some more show to go.
Well, yeah, we got shit to do.
Let's finish.
We got shit to do, man.
Let's wrap up on the front topic.
Perspective works.
Finish that.
Y'all gonna remind this shit, and y'all gonna look at this shit.
No, y'all gonna pay for our bonus hour through our Patreon when we upload that shit on the website. Sankofa.
Go there to get your words. Go there to get your music.
Cause man, we way over to goddamn time, but for real.
We got a few more minutes.
All right, I'm listening.
Go ahead.
We supposed to be talking about now. We supposed to be talking about the coronavirus. And like,
man, we got 2 more 28 days later.
Yeah,
Resident Evil
outbreak. Goddamn, we supposed to be talking about this shit. What y'all motherfuckers think about this shit? Do y'all think it's gonna be cured, like in the next couple of days, or weeks, or months? You know, do y'all take it serious? Do y'all think it's gonna evolve into a pandemic? Like, simple as that, man. Let's go right. 3 minutes. Everybody get 3 minutes.
90 seconds. Yeah, fuck that.
3. No. We joking about this nigga, man. You know the freestyle shit. 90. We talking about him.
90.
Yeah. Everybody get 3 minutes.
Let's not hop in because he ain't been in here. Or do you want to take it first? You want to wait?
Yeah, because my shit gonna be basic. Because I ain't in it like that. Coronavirus. Like, are we treating this shit like the flu shot? Because they trying to make a whole goddamn shot for it.
Kira, jump out in the comments. I was just fucking
with you. He probably definitely would. I don't know how serious it is to the point to where it's like, is it another finesse move, dog? How many of the moves we done seen since whenever from whoever? Like, this another thing the whole nigga stall niggas so we can incorporate another move under this shit. Like,
we created Ebola. and I caught.
Yeah, we talked about Ebola. Yeah, I was just saying, like to me, I'm not sure yet, but to me, it sounds like a distraction. It can be.
Yeah.
Especially if
possible.
we ain't seen nobody like physically on no video camera just walk and Harlem Shake and pass out. If we ain't seen it yet, then I don't know how to treat it yet, bro. You feel me? Oh God, like if I can get a shot for it, I might. I read somewhere 40-80% of America ain't got the flu shot. So
I'm wondering.
you know what
what you got on that?
That's what I got on that. You
James
probably got
on-
something better, my
Right.
nigga. I'm sorry. I just wanted to.
It's all, hey, Jay.
All right, so I heard you can cure it if you drink 2 Heinekens.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't drink no Corona.
Secondly, if niggas out here fucking without a condom, don't talk about coronavirus. Third, on the real, they do this shit every election year. It's something that comes out.
Talk about
we can go back to
another virus.
We can talk about the West. We can talk
West
about
now.
Ebola, like you said, or Ebola. I like saying Ebola because I'm that sick as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But Ebola, yeah. We can talk about Ebola. We can talk about anthrax. We can talk about West Nile. We can talk about H1N1. We can talk about all these shit that happen every election year. Shout out to my nigga Tim. That's one conspiracy I believe you on. It's just to keep people in the house.
There you go.
Aside from that, bro, I heard a story the other day. Niggas was overbuying hand sanitizer. It's like, hey, yo, I should have been had this shit. Like, hand sanitizer, soap, taking baths, cover your mouth when you cough. These are basic human skills, my nigga. Like,
yeah, exactly. Shit you should have learned when you was a toddler.
This shit should be called the manners virus.
The manners.
Bro, have any of
You know
y'all
what?
travel,
I like
bro?
that.
You see how many people wearing a mask and shit?
That's all I got for it, bro. Do I take it seriously? No, not at the moment. And if I do, God forbid, but if I do catch the coronavirus and it kill me, hey, bro, I'm happy with how I live life so far. So, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about shit that's out of my control.
I would agree with Young.
Okay, you got 3 minutes left. I'm timing you,
Say the
goddamn.
best for last. Let's go. Make it short if you ain't got shit, it's cool, son.
Relax.
Alright, I'm gonna
You
relax.
gotta relax.
Yo,
I'm gonna relax.
you talking about Corona or whatever? I think that shit is. I don't know what to think about that shit. So I agree with both my brothers right here, man. Like I don't know what to think about it. I know we went through anthrax, we went through Ebola, we went through fucking
H1N1.
swine flu. I caught swine flu when I was playing college ball.
There you go.
No, for real.
I believe.
Y'all niggas.
Nah, nigga.
Niggas ain't ready for my stories, bro. Anyway,
Time is moving.
my niggas know in Jacksonville why they call me Big Swine. Because I
heard the name. That's not why they called it.
They couldn't believe I caught the epidemic.
No, I heard that. I heard that before. No,
So anyway,
no cap.
I caught
no
that
cap.
shit. You stupid. This shit, man. I feel bad for the videos I keep seeing from people over there and fucking people here, bro.
Right.
Somebody said white people don't wash their legs.
Hold on. Let him get his time. Let him get his time, man. Because I'm cutting your ass off when the 3 minutes up. So go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Said white people don't wash their legs.
Yeah, ain't got nothing to do with you
White
talking
people
about.
don't wash their legs.
Bro, your time is running, bro.
They was washing their hands.
When the clock strikes 15, you're done, my nigga.
Anyway, I still been seeing all this shit that's been coming through with this virus. I don't know what to think other than observing myself. So I agree with both of y'all. We have been going through every fucking epidemic they say that we have during election season.
He said election season. How
Yeah,
ironic.
but see, yeah, all this shit is on the same calendar if we follow that calendar. So that's really no coincidence. But yeah, I feel what y'all talking about.
Will, where you at with it?
We on cuz?
Live where you at with it now.
No, Will.
Okay, he chilling.
Nah, it's on you, cuz.
This now. I ain't
on
gonna
you
lie.
yet.
We hold on. No. I'm going last. But in regards to Tim, we talked about this during the week. He got 5 minutes. Hey,
Hey, that nigga been collecting. That nigga been fucking. That nigga been collecting files.
No, but I told him.
my bullets on right.
Go ahead, tell everybody. Goddamn.
Check it out.
So But bro, I ain't no Democrat. I ain't no Republican.
Here we go.
I don't believe in the system.
Y'all don't want me to say shit.
I don't. Exactly. Just in case I relax, man. Hold on.
No, I'm not viewing. I'm not viewing.
Conspiracy theories, man. I believe everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Of course.
I believe the Masonics and the Israelites and man, we might get cut if I keep talking. And the fake Jews running the world. So events happen for a reason, dog. And right now they're claiming the world is overpopulated. So this is a bioweapon test. 9/11 was a setup. Once again, don't nobody believe me. If you think an airplane hit the fucking Pentagon and kill yourself, those were drone planes that hit the Twin Towers. Now you see drones and shit. Ooh, and the camera did. Oh, you did that? Okay. And like, man, just hear what I'm saying, dog. So events happening for a reason, dog. I peeped this shit in January. The shit really broke out late last year, like in 2019. They actually did a pre-event to see what would happen, like in October. All this shit is facts, man. I just don't want to drop it like that. But I was telling my niggas, like in the chat, like in January, like, man, this shit finna happen. Like, man, dog, like they been doing shit, dog. And like, if you not woke, like you really can't stop it. Like you just gotta just prepare for it. Like you really can't pay this shit no attention. Like who am I to say what the fuck next event gonna happen, dog? You know what I'm saying? Or I told you so. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular nigga. So by that being said, man, you just gotta like, you gotta walk like by faith, bro, and you gotta like keep you a gat on some real shit, man. And just man, watch your surroundings, bro, cause shit getting real. Like for real. And that's just for white and black, Hispanic and whoever over here. That wall not for Mexico, that wall to keep us in this bitch. Once again.
I agree.
So however y'all want to view this shit, bro,
hard.
Like it is what it is. I know I joke around about a lot of shit, my nigga.
Perfect cast.
But I'm gonna tell you what these white folks got. They ain't got no motherfucking handguns for you niggas. They don't fight up close for you niggas. So if you don't know how to shoot no motherfucking rifle and lay in some motherfucking bushes, my nigga, all this drenched in black, you better get motherfucking ready, dog. And if you don't know how to shoot a gun with that motherfucking 30 in your Glock, get you an old man that's still living. That nigga keep a 5-shot revolver and will drop your ass with 3 arms. Not playing.
Will, maybe one.
Not playing.
Go crazy.
You need to worry about that Birkin bag, bitch. Get a Glock. I'm telling you, shit getting real.
My man, this is on him, right?
The man pride has already been taken from sugar to shit, dog. How you want it? Black women, you got so much power right now. It's a crime and a shame.
Man,
Mother
damn,
nature. Mother nature.
Go crazy.
Mother nature. In slavery. You big titty girls out there was feeding these cracker kids, you hear me? Them women can't produce the same shit y'all got. I'm tired.
Go crazy.
Bombs.
Go crazy.
DJ, it's on you.
Y'all gotta relax.
It's on you, bro.
So, I mean, like, play a lot of Resident Evil.
Stop about coronavirus.
You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, no, like, I've been expecting a little fucked up, like, biohazard fuck shit. Whatever. Shit happens, shit happens. Nigga trying to murder that nigga. But, like, the shit happens, nigga, wash your fucking hands. Like, and then, like, only motherfuckers dropping is, like, the people with, like, compromised immune systems, so, like,
People over 60.
exactly.
By the way.
Facts on that.
Like, old fucks.
Coronavirus shit.
Yeah, the coronavirus, like, old fuckers.
People over 60 get it.
Old nasty motherfuckers at that.
But, like, just stay on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay on your shit. If you stay on your shit, you'll be straight.
No.
No, like, that's all, like, the whole thing with the corona shit is stay on your shit, you'll be straight. And, like, they gonna play their little game. They gonna...
They do it. Courtney crazy. Go ahead. He talking about Tim. You know he talking about. You know that nigga talking about Tim.
But nah,
man, like, just wash your hands. Y'all be good.
Man.
That comment is just too funny to let pass. Shout out nigga Professor X.
My brother
He said get to him some Kente clone. Goddamn.
Look.
All my that shit is gone, bro. I ain't got none no more.
What you got, bro? What you got? Go ahead.
I just know that for real. They in the lab making something else right now. It's like I use that as it's always a distraction for us to be worried about something while they doing something up under everybody knows, passing a bill or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we can't pay attention to what they really got going on. So every year it's a fucking distraction. Like one year you gotta worry about mosquitoes bite motherfuckers all the time.
What's
so
now?
You gotta worry about a fucking mosquito biting you and you getting a disease. Like, they in the lab making man-made diseases right now, and it's because of, like he said, population control. Because
and we survived all that bullshit.
It feels like they feel it's too many people in this world, and that's why, like, I think with the coronavirus, it started in China because they got what, 1 billion people.
Shit, a couple of billion, 2 billion.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
man, we got a few to spare.
Everything is for a reason. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is for a reason, bro. Like, it's something else happening right now up under your nose that, like, we don't know about. But
I wonder did Kim jump. Let me start. Cause he been quiet.
That nigga been watching 95 Bulls tapes, nigga.
He been quiet just because to scare us at that moment of it might be a possibility of a war while they doing something else. You
dropping the
like all this shit be a distraction, bro. Like, as far as the government, but I ain't gonna get too deep in that. But record that.
Shit, man. In regards to the shit from what the facts say, motherfuckers over 60 been getting it with weak immune, and people with weak immune systems been getting the shit, you know, and people been traveling. You're gonna get it on an airplane, more than likely. People that travel here and there, more than likely, people on the airplane get it.
Have you been seeing the people? They saying been spreading it like elevate rubbing. They know.
Yeah, it's a viral disease, so you can get it through the air. But more than likely, it's gonna be, you know, somebody that didn't travel overseas and came back, but all on an airplane. That's when you're gonna get it. I'm gonna leave it at that, cause like, man, just cut the time. Like the last topic we had, man, so we get through this shit was Megan Thee Stallion. She dropped the album today, Sugar. And this past week, she been having issues with her record label, 1501. You know, she was saying they did her foul. It wasn't a fair deal. You know, and she filed a case in the city of Houston. She filed a lawsuit against them, not only to release music, but to get her money back, to recoup from all the things that she done. So basically. Yeah, I'm drinking this shit now, so I'm kind of lit now. But
my nigga on that cafe.
In a simplistic term, basically, you know, she in her lawsuit she named Jay Prince in the lawsuit. So Jay Prince came out and
big time.
Yeah, he came out and opposed her ideas and what she was saying and disrespected her, man.
I got an opinion.
Hold on. He disrespected her in a sense where he was saying she didn't know how to read, and he said her mother knew how to read, and she didn't know how to read. But she was also saying he also said that it was a fair deal. Okay. Let me just hold on. Yeah, it's all good.
No, let him finish.
What y'all think about the situation? Do you think she was right to get lawyers taking the litigation about her contract? Do you all think that she had a fair deal because she was an up and coming artist type? That's the type of deal that she had. So do you think it was all good? What you got?
The roll out.
Yeah.
Roll out.
Yeah. So we're gonna simple as this, man. What y'all think about the situation? We're gonna go around everybody 3 minutes. Everybody 3 minutes. Then shit, that's it. What y'all think about that whole situation? What you got, Gene?
Crazy.
Shout out to my rap niggas in the room. I fuck
with
just throwing that roll out plug out there.
I don't know shit about this shit.
Alright, so I'm gonna tell you like this. She is not wrong for getting lawyers involved in the situation to try to get herself out the paperwork. Deeper point than that, that contract is actually a pretty good deal. Mm-hmm. Now here's the other side of the coin, right? On a very base level of how this shit works. you get a deal from a record label. What they're doing is giving you a loan. That loan you have to pay back with interest. The record labels are not government regulated banks, so their interest rates are usually 300 times higher than what any other bank would charge you. So here's the thing, right? If they're giving her a $2 million upfront investment, which that's what 1501 did, and you're using that to fund yourself, to put yourself out there, to build yourself up and become this top tier hot girl summer artist or whatever, and they lent you this money and you got to pay them back. Cool, you pay them back, but the terms of that paperwork, instead of having the regular record label interest rate going through the roof, they said we'll do a 60-40 profit split, meaning we're gonna recoup our money we put into you. That's cool. Anything that comes from profit from that, because we invested in you, was that you'll make 40% of that profit and I'll make 60% of that profit. Because in all honesty, she probably ain't had a credit to get a $2 million loan from the bank before she signed the record deal. So if you wanted a better deal, get better credit, get a loan from the bank, bet on yourself that way, and then you won't have to worry about that situation.
I got a nice opinion about it.
But in any artist situation, you don't get a fucking 40-60 profit split.
No.
In no artist situation on a major level. She just wants to be controlled by Rock Nation, which I think the guy who's over 1501 made a great point on.
Carl Crawford.
Carl Crawford, MLB player, right?
Yeah, retired.
Yeah, retired.
Been had money.
So it's like, yo, she got a great deal from it, because a lot of times what they'll do is present a blanket idea where it's like, let's say I'm gonna give you $1 million record deal up front. Out of this, you still got to pay your own taxes on this because it's a loan. And even with that itself, this $1 million is for you to produce 7 albums. It may cost you $900,000 to make 1 album, and then when you got to produce 7 other albums and you don't sell like you should off the first one out the rip, you're definitely in a hole.
Did she release an album?
Yeah, she just recently did today. So
her first album.
Yeah,
first official
album.
But see, that counts as an album in the terms of the contract.
Exactly.
She's trying to call it a mixtape publicity.
Nope.
That was a mixtape.
Yeah.
It's a
Tina Snow.
No physical copies, no constituting as the album, according to their paperwork.
So, no tour for that album.
Let me wrap it up.
Go ahead.
So she definitely got a fair deal, and honestly, she got a better deal than most every other artist get, especially in the situation how they sign young black men to major labels right now. She got a much better deal than everybody. So it's on her to honor that contract. I don't know how long the albums was for, but she's definitely recouped by now compared to what they put in her, and she still owes them based off the profit. And that's a fair deal until you fulfill that agreement, because you signed that and them people help build you. Yeah, that's what I got on it.
3 minutes.
Well, shit, he basically got down.
I feel like that contract that gets renewed when she's recouped enough of what the contract stated in the beginning.
When Big Old Freak became a thing.
Yeah. So what is she tripping about though?
That's what I'm trying to say. You got niggas like Jay Prince involved in 1501. Obviously, my whole thing was, did she make this cry too soon because of not understanding the contract, or
maybe too public,
or maybe
her album dropped today, and maybe
and it's all conspiracy.
Can I reiterate?
So my lad, because I know a little bit, but my whole thing is make sure you held up your end of the bargain. That's all.
Here's the thing. Even if they considered those first 2 projects albums, I don't think she's made enough to recoup the split. Or the initial funds that's supposed to be made post-profit. Yeah. The situation of why it's becoming a big deal now is because she recently signed a deal with Rock Nation for management.
Jay-Z.
Now, of course, management is one thing. Management usually gets 10%, but it's a better profit share and a better margin if they
Her
have the
deals.
artist signed to Rock Nation.
Exactly.
So she's not signed to Rock Nation.
Well, yeah.
She's just signed a management deal with them, and that comes with a law firm. So
You see, you got 2 minutes.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, that was my main thing. Like, she was repping 1501
I'm the 1501 queen.
early, 1501 queen. So the whole time I'm like, all right, this shit gonna go. And the fact that Jay Prince had to get involved just lets you know how in depth that they might be as far as a company, as far as history with that city.
And probably the most stand-up nigga in the music business besides JC.
Are we
what I'm saying?
up to date with this story? Do y'all understand why? Because I don't understand how Jay Prince is involved. So am I the only one?
Well,
He's involved.
He's
involved in the public.
He got tied.
In the production company.
He got tied to the
Well,
company
hold on,
that
hold on.
she was tied to.
No.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. You might
I
have
said
a better-
no. He mentioned
She mentioned him in the
She
lawsuit.
mentioned him in the lawsuit. They said they used Jay Prince 1501
Yeah.
used Jay Prince to intimidate people.
Who
And
said this?
Megan Thee
Next,
Stallion
Steve Style
lawyer.
No, her
Megan Thee
side
Steve
of the
Style does
story.
not work for Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Her
I know, but-
lawyers.
Okay, I get what you're
And
talking about.
Steve Style has nothing to do
Yeah,
with
no.
this.
Steve Style ain't in
Who is
there.
it? Who is it though?
No.
Who managed Megan though? Somebody.
Rock Nation.
It's a law
Rock
firm.
Nation.
Rock
1501.
Nation is
You
basically
asked me
a
who
law
represent
firm.
1501? You
No,
asked
no.
about the names of 1501?
I think I am.
1501.
What's
the
the-
label
1501 is a
called-
listen.
Yeah.
Listen, 1501 is a Houston.
Was a part of that.
Hold on, no, listen.
My bad.
Listen, bro. 1501 is a Houston company,
Okay.
and they affiliated with Jay Prince. He's not a part of 1501, but
Right.
he's affiliated with them. And in her lawsuit, she stated that they used Jay Prince to intimidate people and artists. So that's how his name got through in the hat, and that's why he responded.
Saying that
Okay.
shit. What
Now,
did he say?
yeah.
What he said? Because he said some shit.
He basically said that the deal was fair, and he also called out Rock Nation. You know, he called out Rock Nation.
Okay.
He stated, you know, he shouted out Jay-Z. Yeah. He said it just like that. He shouted out Rock
No,
Nation,
fact.
but
he definitely took it though.
listen, yeah, he shouted out Rock Nation, but he was like, Jay-Z must not know about what they got going on. But in a sense, he was throwing shots at
Still
Jay-Z.
like he should.
He was throwing
No,
shots
nigga,
at Jay-Z,
you talking
but
about
yeah,
Jay-Z.
simple as that. But yeah, who got it, man? Because
So basically,
Yeah, it's on cut.
the old guy like Suge Knight.
you know who Jay Prince
Yeah, I'm
is.
saying Jay Prince.
What's bruh name who run 1501?
Kyle Crawford.
Yeah,
He's an ex
his name
MLB
need to be
player.
going around. Yeah. Okay, nigga
He
named
slime,
Kyle.
too.
He might be.
I don't know about this rap.
You
shit,
wanna pass?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pass.
It's on you, DJ. You got 4 minutes, cuz.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
stole one from you.
nah, not for real. Like, it's like, yo, I mean, you signed the deal that you signed. But at the same time, like, I get like you young, you don't know no better. Like, I also get that perspective too. And so, like, the thing is like, it is what it is, because at the end of the day, you still release the album today. Like,
She won.
exactly.
She
Like,
She won.
Yeah, she did
Say
win.
this. Once you as an artist do bigger and beyond, you get better than what you did, what you signed at first.
yeah,
I understand you want something different in your contract. At the same time, that's if you fulfill your
But yeah,
engagement with them.
it's a binding contract.
You should be able to.
exactly.
You should be able to.
And this is the first
You
step
think
into
that's what she's talking about?
But yeah, hold
I think
on.
she said-
If she was able to, she would.
Hold on,
It
gentlemen.
should be in the
But
contract.
that's the only reason she got an argument. But
Hold on.
I don't know what's going
Hold
on.
on, gentlemen.
Go ahead, let
check it.
let the
He
guy
got
check
the
it.
flow. He got
Cause
it.
like it's interesting that like the Teen Snow and the Fever like project didn't count as albums. So like it's like you put in work.
They blew her.
You know what I mean? But like you put in work, but it ain't even towards like you like progression in your deal. Like, but you just put in work.
I get that put in work part.
You know what I mean?
We definitely see her put in work. Like she probably did more for herself.
Yeah, but this is her first album, so this is the first notch in the deal.
Like,
because of her initial.
When Rock Nation came in.
2 years after 1501.
What was the first company with Steve Stout? Because I know Steve Stout was there.
Steve Stout has
that
nothing to do
nigga is
with
not Rock Nation. That nigga is not Rock Nation.
I'm not saying he's Rock Nation, but I know Steve Stout
I don't think he's not. I don't think he involved with like United Masters and none of that.
Bro, he has nothing to do with
Usher.
Like,
no, he has.
Usher ain't got nothing to do with
Bro, he has nothing to do with Rock Nation.
No,
he's not affiliated with Rock Nation in no form or fashion. DJ.
But I mean, like, so you signed a 60-40, right?
Yeah.
You get the 40. It's on you to like find the good balance between, because she had to pay for like her engineers and all that shit herself, right?
Do we know that, or is that what
I believe?
No,
like,
not at first. No,
hold on. Let him go, man.
Like, I don't think we like. I don't know if we like saw like it was like the exact like details of the deal are laid out, but I believe like she had to pay for her like her own engineers and everything, and so like it's kind of on you to be like real careful with how you spend your budget.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. That's the whole shit with the
You know what I
They
mean?
gave you the money to do it.
Yeah, like, cause you signed the deal, so like you gotta play within the constraints of that deal.
Don't stop.
But like, man, look, you gotta be careful about what you sign to.
That's
like,
it.
for real,
That's what I'm saying. It's fair up until the point to where she make this type of career for herself. I feel like if she really hit them with if she was doing her part as far as like finance wise with the company, with the initial company that she was with, it get to a point that was like, all right, bro, I'm getting so big, we need to renegotiate this shit, which they should do because she is finna up your check too. Yeah. But somewhere along the lines, this shit probably got retarded, and that's what I don't know personally, but I'm just thinking like she can't be mad up to a certain point, and they can't be mad up to a certain point. To me, it sounds like an agreement that could have been had, but somebody was feeling some way before the other person was. Like maybe it's ego, maybe it's whatever. But to me, it seemed like it can be handled and everybody can get what they want. But as long as you add other entities into the shit, it's gonna get like me versus you. It's gonna get like that.
Isn't this about an album that she can't release or something?
No, it's out. It came out today.
Now. She won in court, but I think it's deeper than her just putting out music for Friday. It's deeper than that.
It's a good ass fucking day.
It's deep. It's deeper than that. It ain't. That's not why.
No, but like everything just lined up coincidentally too well.
And that's true too. So it could have been her taking her time to drop this to drop this news right before the album came out. But at the same time, I'm praying she's smarter than that, and she ain't do it just for that. So she thinking long term. Yeah. We don't know.
If you sign with Rock Nation, you thinking long term.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you should be.
Yeah.
You would imagine so.
Yeah. Let me wrap it up, man.
G.
From what I read, it was like you said, it was a 60-40 deal. And within that deal, it stipulated that within her 40%, she had to pay for her outfit, she had to pay for her production, and pay for anything else, and within her 40%. So she won her case primarily
of the profit share, though. Say that, because that was an important piece, a profit share.
Okay, but yeah, nonetheless, it was still 60-40.
Yeah,
you know, she signed that deal when she was 21 years old. She's 25 now, and you can say her record label didn't anticipate her probably. One can speculate her record label didn't anticipate her becoming what she became within that deal. So we can also say that with sales and streams and all that shit.
but
That's
that's
the goal.
That's for sure though. That was
that's a fact from what I
it
read.
almost sounds like per diem, but it's not the same as per diem.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
in regards to a court case, she primarily made a warrant because in a court case,
she can prove that she articulated more.
Yeah, no, not just that, but in contract law in particular, they use two terms like minority and they use capacity.
Yeah.
So in a sense, when she signed the terms, she was 21. Normally in capacity law, in regards to contract law, if you're under the age of 18, you sign a contract, they can say that you wasn't of the capacity to sign this particular law.
How old is Becky though?
So no, listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
She was 21 when she signed it, but in regards to she was over the age of 18 in regards to capacity law, but she was 21 in the music industry, and we can all agree. I'm not an artist, but we can all agree in regards to music contracts. If you're young, when you sign a music contract, it can be very challenging and difficult. So I think she may have used the capacity law, minority capacity law, and she was able to argue that it was a usury contract in the sense that out of her 40%, she had to pay for her outfits and she had to pay for her production. Yeah, she had an album came out today. But what I also noticed that she had been in the studio with the Neptunes.
Yeah,
Neptunes. It was a interview that the Neptunes did on CBS because they got inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. And in regards to that, they had Megan Stallion and for real, he was promoting Megan Stallion, like we working with her, we cooking up with her, and we got some heat coming. He said Megan Thee Stallion was next up. That's what Pharrell said. So in regards to this, like she blew up in regards from 21 to 25. She obviously caught the attention of Rock Nation, Jay-Z. Like, they only into big shit. They only into big waves, And let me say that Steve Stout has nothing to goddamn do with Rock Nation.
I didn't just say that.
No. I'm just fucking with you about that.
Steve Stout hard, but yeah.
Steve Stout be at the Rock Nation brunch. He be at the Rock Nation brunch. So I can see the affiliation why people would associate Jay-Z with. Steve Stout with Jay-Z or whatever. But in regards to the Rock Nation, she signed a management deal with them all along while she was under the umbrella of 1501. So common sense speaking, when cats like Rock Nation come in, this big league shit, when we talking about the music industry, they read her contract like, wait a minute, this not right, you getting fucked over. We need to do something about this. So that's what I feel like that's where the whole issue comes in that
she's getting fucked over for the artist that she is now.
Yeah. But when Rock Nation come into play, they gonna read it like, hey, you can be much bigger than this. You need a better deal than this, and that's where the conflict and that's where the dispute come in my opinion. That's where that shit come into. So that's exactly what it is. So you got Jay Prince. He already had an issue with Def Jam, Rockefeller back in the day with UGK. That's documented. Yeah. He even spoke on that. On his Breakfast Club interview with UGK and Jay-Z and Rockefeller, and he spoke on that in his book. That's either here nor there. Now I don't want to get too deep into it, so it's like an issue with him and Jay-Z, and like I say in her lawsuit, she named Jay Prince in the lawsuit. So if you name somebody, like if I name Christyle in my lawsuit, you obviously naturally you're gonna have something to say.
Exactly.
So that's what that's what Jay Prince coming to the equation in regards to the situation.
I get it.
But yeah, simple as that, man. Let's wrap it up, man, because we going over time. And after hours, man, this Negro, we can do what we do.
Go. Wilder and Wilder.
All right, so
both of y'all.
I'm like Mayweather.
He gotta be
shout out to my nigga Wu Tim and my nigga DJ Style. Lean back for me. Sankofa.com. Get your merchandise. We got
y'all get the pull
t-shirts. Shout out to G.I. Magus. He was in the chat earlier. Make sure you go download versus the world.
You gonna read the comments again before we?
No, not right now. Not right now. Let me do this.
I'll ask.
Say that bullshit. You gotta relax.
You gotta relax.
I want y'all to watch this shit.
That's why we do it.
We're watching.
So look, shout out to DJ and Tim rocking the merch. Get that at sankofasweet.com. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Sankofa Sweet, spelt just like it sounds on everything that's social media. Shout out to everybody coming through. The homie Chik'n, the homie Bimbo, our Nigerian account, aka Migueli, aka Drake, aka Tobin Bay. Shout out to Club AM for being in here with us this episode.
Wake up in that roof
shout out to longtime podcast friend Willie here in the cut. I don't even know who else we had in here tonight, but we just had everybody.
Our cousin Jones out there.
Jones.
Chill.
And shout out to all the live commenters. Stay tuned. We're about to go into the bonus hour. But for all of our podcast streamers, make sure you check us out every other week. We got about 4 episodes left this season. If you're hearing this now,
we gotta have more than that.
We going 10. 10 in the bonus in the summer. Also, if you got live events, let us know. We're gonna pull up to your podcast. Shout out to
hella shit, definitely.
Yeah,
we're gonna make sure niggas doing shit right, man.
We're gonna pull up with the podcast. So bring us out to your live event. Shout out to Coco's of Coco's C podcast. She hosted for us last weekend. I'm gonna say that earlier. And she got an event coming up that we probably gonna pull up at soon. Make sure you get that Itty and Izzy pack that dropped today.
Tell them about it.
Make sure you get to TPO SoundCloud and get all the tracks that he's throwing out for free right now because he's got more shit.
Hell of shit.
Go get that Still album by Club AM. That shit is dope. Get the Versus the World album.
Okay.
Listen to Richard Daniel new single. It's a lot of music out here.
A lot of music.
Shout out to G.I. Mags,
man. Look,
G.I.
man.
Mags.
Hey, get that do your shit.
All that shit. Yeah, squad shit, that hard shit. So yeah, shout out my nigga Fatboy Bucci.
all of that.
But this is the Sweet Life podcast. That is the Phasing Octopus that we call DJ, who is a DJ amongst 7 other things. That is your nigga Wu Tim. I am Eugene Wright, also known as Eugene Wright, aka Eugenius. Also before that known as Mafia Boy, but all the niggas that fuck with me call me Idiot, and my mama call me Idiot. This is your host. Thank you to Club AM for coming through with us as well. Again, one more time.
Talk about his host though.
Chik'n George. That is your host, C Noel, and we are the Sweet Life Podcast. Peace.